warriors, welcome to yet another power packed session. I am Namrata, your mathematics expert, and we are doing sequence and series today. The topic of today's session is sequence and series, and you all know, you've been asking, I am seeing that how many marks from this chapter or how many questions from this chapter. So you can expect 2 to 3 short questions from this chapter in your JEE Mains 2024. Hence, you will get 8 to 12 marks straight away in your pocket. But before I start any further, before I get into more details, please let me know whether I am perfectly audible and visible to you guys. Yes, in the chat box, please give me green signal whether I am perfectly audible and visible to you guys. Yes, alright. So in today's session, we are going to cover all the concepts related to the new syllabus, the updated syllabus. As you all know, there are some portions which have been deleted from sequence and series chapter, so we will not be covering those particular sections which are deleted. So the concepts will be covered that will be from updated syllabus, that is number 1 point. And what we will do is we will discuss all the questions which are highly expected in your upcoming JEE Mains 2024 January attempt, and of course second attempt as well. Alright, yes, perfecto. Alright, all good, all set, all charged up. Shall we begin? Are we ready? Are we ready with the notes and pen? Are we ready with our water bottle? Because I don't want any distraction, right? I don't want any distraction. I want your maximum attention over here. All set for the class. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? All right. Okay, perfect. Cool. So, before I start and get into the chapter, I have a little story to tell you all guys, okay? What is that story about? The story is about a mathematician, and the story is from the late 1700s. So around late 1700s, there was a mathematician, okay? And he was studying just like us. He was also a student, but he was actually creating some noise in that class. And the teacher was very frustrated from him. What the teacher did is ask him that just add all the numbers starting from 1 to 100, so that he will be busy in adding all these numbers, and he'll not be able to create noise in the class. He'll not be able to create nuisance in the class, right? So the teacher, as a punishment, gave this particular question to him, that add all the numbers up to 100. 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to 100. This is the story, okay? And within a few minutes, that student came back to the teacher and saying that, okay ma'am, the answer is 5050. 5050 is the answer. 5050. Alright? Okay, so what happens over here is the teacher was completely shocked, because starting from 1 to 100 without any shortcut, without any formula, how did this student calculate it? So the teacher took his notes, the teacher took the notes of this person, and what he saw, what the teacher saw was mind-boggling. So what this Carl Friedrich Gauss was that student, and he discovered the whole chapter sequence and series, and what he did was, if you listen to this, you will be shocked as well. So what he realized over here that, okay, so yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and all the way up to 99 and 100. What he realized was, if he adds the first 1 and the last 100, that means 1 plus 100, what will he get? Tell me. He will get 101, isn't it? Yes. Then he realized, if he add this 2 with 99, so 2 plus 99 will be again 101. So he realized this pattern. Adding first and last will give him the answer. He realized that if he adds 3 and 98 again, so he will get what? Again 101. That means for now, how many pairs will he get? Tell me, how many pairs will he get? So he realized from 1, 2, 3 and the last would be 50 plus 51. That will give you 101, right? So how many pairs will he get? So there are total 50 pairs, right? And he will get for 50 pairs 101. If we add 50 pairs, 101 should be added how many times? 50 times. That's how we add, right? So 50 into 101 will be equal to 5050. That's how he added, and that's how he discovered his given the whole chapter, sequence and series, which we are going to cover now. Right? Interesting, isn't it? Yes? Alright. Are you getting my point? Alright. So this was the whole chapter given by this mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss. Right? Okay, so let's begin with today's chapter. We'll start from scratch. Don't worry about that. We'll start from scratch. Good evening, Manish Yadav. Good evening, everyone. Yes, Chaya, welcome to the session. Okay, awesome. Alright, perfect. So let's just begin with the very basic term. We call it as sequence. Now, who is going to tell me what is a sequence? What is the sequence in a chat box? So a sequence is nothing but a ordered list of objects or events or numbers. A sequence is nothing but an ordered list of objects or events or numbers. For example, if I ask you, how many students are there in your class? Suppose you say, ma'am, we have 60 students in our class. Okay. And what if I tell you, okay, give me the list of all the names of students of 60 students, right? So what will you do? You will randomly arrange all the names of the 62 students, give it to me. Will the ordering matter? No. But what if I tell you to arrange all the students in terms of their height in the increasing order? So shortest height will be the first student and the highest height would be the last student. Then the ordering will matter. Then it will definitely matter that who is on the first position, who is on the second position, and who is on the last 60th position, right? So this is nothing but a sequence. We have formed a sequence out of it. A sequence can be of different objects, different names, or different events, or different numbers. All right? Okay. Suppose we have 3 classes on random Sunday. Okay. So we have 3 classes. Okay, we have 4 classes. One is Shreyas sir's class. The second class is Namrata Ma'am's class. The third is my class, Namrata Ma'am's, and the fourth is Pahul sir's class, right? So now, if I talk about the list of events, you will say event 1, Shreyas sir's class. Event number 2, Namrata Ma'am's class. Event number 3, my class, Namrata Ma'am's, and event number 4 would be Pahul sir's class. So that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. The ordering matters. That means it is a sequence. Getting it? Okay. All right. Okay. So this is what we call a sequence. So sequence will definitely have first term, right? Second term, third term, and fourth term, right? Suppose T1. T1 is what? Shreyas sir's class. Okay. And T2 is Namrata Ma'am's class. Okay, for chemistry. T3 would be what? My class. I'll call it Ninja Ma'am's class. And T4 is what? Pahul sir's class. Okay, so this is how it works. Alright. Let's have a quick example. Write down the first 5 terms of the sequence whose nth term is. First 5 terms of the sequence whose nth term is, right? So we can clearly see in this particular question, or we can say a very basic example, that the first and second term of the sequence is already given to us. The first term is nothing but 1 and the second term is also 1, right? And what we need to calculate is first 5 terms. That means we need to calculate T3, T4 and T5, the rest 3 terms, right? And from this particular expression, I can clearly see that the nth term is equal to sum of previous 2 terms. Do you understand? The nth term is equal to sum of previous two terms, right? If I put n is equals to 3, because that's what I want to calculate. I want to calculate T3. So the moment I plug in n equals to 3, what do I get? T3 will be equal to T2 plus T1. Can you see that? T3 is sum of the previous two terms. That means 1 plus 1. So I will get a 2 over here. So T3 is coming out as 2, right? So T3 is nothing but 1 plus 1, 2. Now what about T4? So T4 will be sum of previous two terms again. That means T4 would be T3 plus T2, right? I'll put n is equals to 4 over here. That's how I get it. So the moment I put n is equals to 4, I get T4 is equals to what? T4 is equals to T3 plus T2. So T3 plus T2 plus. T3 is what? 2. 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1, that will become a 3. Alright. Now what would be the T5? Directly, shortcut. T5 would be the sum of previous two terms. So that will come out as 5. So here the first 5 terms of the sequence is completed. Right. This is what we call, yes, you guessed it correctly, this is a Fibonacci sequence, right? In which what happens is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, right? What happens is sum of the first two terms will be the next term. Sum of these two, 2 plus 1 will give you 3. 2 plus 3 will give you 5. 3 plus 5 will give you what? 8. Then 5 plus 8 will give you what? 8 plus 5 will give you 12. 8 plus 12 will give you 20, and so on all the way up to infinity. Yes? Easy peasy? Okay. Now there are different type of sequence. So we need to understand two types of sequence for now. The number one is finite sequence. Very basic. You can guess it, the definition by the name only. What is finite sequence? A sequence is said to be finite if it has finite number of terms, right? For example, I ask you that write down the sequence of first 10 even numbers, even natural numbers. Sequence of first 10 even natural numbers. Sequence of first 10, 16, 18 and last 20, that's it. Can you see there are 10 terms involved in this particular sequence, right? Yes. 13, ma'am, not 12. Okay, sorry. 13, yes. So 13, so 21. Got it. Thank you. Sai, thank you so much. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20, right? These are the 10 terms which are finite number of terms. If I ask you how many terms are there in the sequence, you will clearly say, ma'am, 10 terms. Okay, perfect. Now what is infinite sequence? For infinite sequence, there should be infinite number of terms. For example, if I ask you the sequence of natural numbers. The sequence of natural numbers, you will say, okay ma'am, the sequence of natural number will look like 1, 2, 3, all the natural numbers and all the way up to infinity. Are you getting my point? This is also one of the sequence. If I ask you, there is a sequence which is given by this 2n minus 1 where n belongs to capital N. This is also a way of representing a sequence, by the way. This is a way of representing a sequence where nth term is given to us. Okay. And so n is equals to 1. The moment I plug in 1, what do I get? So T1 would be equal to 2 minus 1, 1. What about T2? The moment I plug in 2, I will get 2 2s are 4 minus 1, 3. So I can clearly see that the sequence is of infinite odd number of terms. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on all the way up to infinity. So this sequence will contain infinite number of terms. Right? Okay. Perfect. Yes. Alright. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about series actually. Tell me in the chat box, what is the difference between sequence and series? Sequence and series is the chapter's name, but I am very sure that there are many students who will not be able to tell me what is the difference between sequence and series. What is the difference between sequence and series? Buffering. What is happening? Why are you saying buffering? Is it buffering? No, I guess, ma'am, it's loading. Please check. Please someone tell me, is there any problem with the live session? Is there any problem with the live session? Because I can't see. Okay. I guess it's fine now. It's fine now. So see, in series what happens is, suppose you have a sequence. Suppose you have this sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on. Right? The moment I do some operation in this particular thing, so plus, maybe adding, right? So this will what become? A series. Or you can do the alternate sign, plus, minus. So this will also become a series. That means some operation between the numbers of the sequence. That we will call it as a series. As basic as that. Adding or subtracting a sequence, definitely. Buffering. Okay, let it settle down. Maybe it will same problem. Okay, give me like 2 minutes. I will fix the issue. Okay, I'll ask my team to fix the issue. Is it any better now? For every few seconds it's buffering. Now it's clear. Is it clear now?
What happened? Sachi?
Yes, live session is going on. Yes. Also, please, can you please switch on the AC? It's fine now, I guess. Okay, I'll start. Okay, my team is taking care of this. Okay. So, sequence. That the sequence we need to find S5. Okay. What we need to find is S5. Right? The first term is given in this particular question as 1. T1 is 1. Now, if I talk about T2, T2 would be what? Previous term plus 2. That means T1 plus 2. So, this T2 will be what? 1 plus 2, that is 3. Right? What about T3? T3 would be previous term plus 2. So 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, that would be T3. What about T4? Previous term. Okay. Students are saying that the session is buffering and it's loading. Every 2 seconds it's getting pause. Maybe some network issue you are in front of.
Is it let's एक मिनट तेरा है
Yeah, so T4 would be what? T4 would be 5 plus 2, that is 7. Can you see it? What would be T5? 9. Okay. So what we need to calculate is sum of all 5 terms. S5. What would be S5? T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 plus T5. That's what we need to calculate. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. And that would be nothing but what? 25. 25. Yes? In the chat box?
I think it's fine. You can see in this video itself the video which is running over there. If it is showing any lag issues, it might be network. Because here it's fine, right?
Here it is fine, yeah.
Ask once the students no problem about the buffering. Yeah, students are also saying.
Okay. Cool. I guess the problem is resolved now. Can you please switch on the AC as well?
Can you take the remote? Not this one there.
Alright. Now let's come on to progression. Right, let's just begin the very important part, which is progression. So progression is something which is which have some definite pattern. For example, we have 3 progression: arithmetic progression, geometric progression and harmonic progression. Okay, all right, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, cool. All good, all good, all good. Chalo, thank you for letting me know that all good. Okay. Alright, so AP, GP and HP, 3 progressions, and the good news is, good news or bad news, I don't know, that you have to tell me, that they have deleted arithmetico-geometric progression. So there was one more progression which was in our syllabus previous year, but then in 2024, AGP is deleted from your particular syllabus. Okay, alright, cool. Okay. Now arithmetic progression, let's just quickly begin with arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. So what happens in arithmetic progression is there is a first term. There is a first term. Let us say our first term is 2. Okay. Alright. Okay. First term is 2. Now if we have to add a constant in each and every term, same constant in each and every term, for example, I call it as plus 3. If I add 3 in this, what do I get? Tell me 5. If I add 3 in this, the next term will be what? 8. If I add 3 in this again, the next term will be 11. And again, if I add 3 in this, the next term would be what? 14. And it will continue. Alright. So there is a first term. There is a first term A, which we call it as first term. Okay. Okay, now no distraction. Distraction done. Dusted. Problem resolved. Be careful. Be alertive. Be attentive. So that the next question is from JEE Main 2019. You will be able to do it. Okay. Promise? Done? Okay. A is the first term. Alright. D is that constant. That constant here, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, which we are adding in each and every term. So D is called as common difference, right? If I talk about the standard appearance of arithmetic progression, how does a standard AP look like? So it has a first term and in each and every term as we progress, what I'll be doing is I'll be adding a d, which is a common difference. Okay, so the next term would be a plus d. I have added a d in this. The next term would be a plus 2d. Then the next term would be a plus 3d. Then a plus 4d. Then a plus 5d. Okay, and so on. What would be the nth term? What would be the nth term? Okay, listen to me carefully now. Listen to me carefully. What is this? This is the first term, right? In first term, I can clearly see a plus 0d is here. This is our second term. In second term, clearly a plus 1d. This is third term, right? In third term, a plus 2d is here. For fourth term, a plus 3d is here. And if I talk about fourth, this is fifth, this is what? Sixth term, a plus 5d is here. So nth term, for nth term, the term would be a plus n minus 1d. By looking at the pattern, can I say this? This is your nth term, and this gives you a formula for nth term of the AP. A plus n minus 1d is your nth term of AP. Here A is first term, D is common difference, N is the total number of terms, and An is the general term. That's how we arrive at the formula A plus n minus 1d. So this we have already learnt in class 10th as well, I know. So here now is the time, question time. And you remember I already told you that every time we solve the question, just do let me know in the chat box that whether the question was of alpha category or beta category or gamma category, right? All the three categories, you know. Alpha is easy question, easy and less time taking, right? Beta is lengthier, or maybe it is taking some time to think about it, moderate level question. Gamma is something I can't do it. Stay away. Okay, all right. No, Vallam, you are incorrect. A plus ND is incorrect. I already told you. Fifth term was what? A plus 4D. So there was always one less. Nth term is A plus N minus 1D. Alright. Okay, Luxury Hitler is here. Alright. Answer. A, B, C, D. Quickly. A, B, C, D. Which answer is correct? Are you solving or not? Are you solving or not? Are you guys solving this question? The 19th term of a non-zero AP is 0. Okay. That means A plus 18D is 0. Right? If I write 19th term will be what? A plus 18D. If I ask you what is 100th term? A plus 99D. Direct formula. No need to apply and subtract it. 19th term is what? A plus 18D is given as 0. This is the given condition. Yes or no? Next, the ratio of 49th to 29th term. That means A49 upon A29 is asked from us. Right? What is A49? A plus 48D. What is A29? A plus 29D. Now what to do? Just replace this A. Calculate the value of A. A is nothing but 18 minus 18D. Replace this A by minus 18. So minus 18D plus 48D minus 18D. Sorry, this is 28 plus 28D. This is 28, right? A29 is A plus 28D. So this will become what? 30D upon 10D. D cancel, 0 cancel. Option C absolutely right. Tell me. Alpha question or not? JEE Main 2019. There are some questions I am telling you in JEE Main that will be there in JEE Main 2024 as well, which are of this type of category, and I want you to not to leave them, not to miss out on them, right? This question everybody should do in your JEE Main 2024 first attempt. This type of questions, right? Okay, perfect. All right. Now let's talk about sum of first n terms of an AP. Right? Let's talk about sum of first n terms of an AP. So what we are going to do is, we are going to write Sn and we are going to add all the n terms of an AP. The first term would be what? A. What would be the second term? A plus D. What would be the third term? A plus 2D. And all the way up to what would be the nth term? A plus n minus 1D. How to add this? The same way Carl Friedrich Gauss, which I told you in the beginning, same way he did it, we will also do it. Same way. Okay, just reverse the series and add. Just reverse it. Okay. So what I'll be doing is, this is the original series. First term is A, second is A plus D, third is what? A plus 2D, and last term is this. Now I'm going to reverse this series. Reverse it. If you reverse it, what would be the first term? This one. A plus n minus 1D would be the first term. This would be the second term, A plus n minus 2D. Right? And so on. The last term here would be A. Why? Because we have reversed the series. Isn't it? Add. Quickly add both the equations. Right? Quickly add both the equations. You will see the magic. You will see the magic. Okay. S plus S. Twice of S. Add the equations. The moment you add the equations, you will get what? A plus A, 2A plus n minus 1D. Correct? The moment you add these two terms, again, you will get what? 2A plus n minus 2 plus 1, n minus 1D. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? The moment you add first and last term, you will get the same quantity. The moment you will add second and second last term, that's what you are doing. Right? You will get the same quantity. And the moment you add, again, last and first term, you will get 2A plus n minus 1D. Okay? Tell me how many terms were here? Total n terms were here. Here also n terms. The moment you add n terms to the respective n terms, how many 2A plus n minus 1D you will get is n. So n times you will get the same quantity. You are getting the same quantity how many times? N times. Okay? So twice of Sn. How to add same quantity and n times? By multiplying it with n. So n into 2A plus n minus 1D. Correct? And Sn would be the final formula. N by 2. You know the formula, right? 2A plus n minus 1D. Remember this formula very carefully, very nicely, because you will definitely sure get the questions on this particular formula. Right? Now from here, we have another formula as well. Do you remember that formula? In the chat box. So what I'll be doing is, so Sn would be equal to what? N by 2, and then break this 2A. I am going to break this 2A. A plus n minus 1D. And what is this? This is nothing but your nth term, or you can call it as the last term. Right? Replace it with the last term. You will get Sn is equals to n by 2 first plus last term. Okay? First plus last term. Alright? So if you know the last term of any arithmetic progression and first term of any arithmetic progression, right? And you know n. So n by 2 a plus l. From this particular formula, from this particular formula, we can calculate the sum of 1 to 100. Right? Can we do that? 1 plus the way Carl Friedrich Gauss did it. So 1 plus 2 and all the way up to 100. Okay. How many terms are there? 100 terms, ma'am. Apply the formula. 100 terms, ma'am. Okay. 100 by 2. This is the formula, right? N by 2. First term plus last term. So 100 by 2. Now do you know the first term? Yes, ma'am. 1. Do you know the last term? Yes, ma'am. 100. So that's how it is. 50 into 101. 50 into 101. So this will become 5050. So you have to actually remember this. Starting from 1 to 100, the sum of first 100 natural number is nothing but 5050, and you get from this particular formula. N by 2 a plus l. For this you have to know the first term, last term and number of terms. Only 3 things you will get this. So both the formulas, yes. Keep star from for the important formulas. So yes, I will write the formula over here. Okay, actually Sn is equals to what? N by 2 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, and Sn is equals to n by 2 a plus l. And also this formula. So till now you have to remember only these three formulas. Till now you have to remember only these three formulas. Okay, nothing else. Okay, conclusion till now. Conclusion till now. Keep star for I have done that already. Class duration would be so it will go up to 9 o'clock maximum. Okay, we'll try we'll try to keep it till 9 only, because 10 o'clock, from 10 o'clock you have Pahul sir's class, right? Okay, alright. Chalo, there is a special case in this particular situation. What is that special case? The special case is that where your D is equal to 0, right? So what happens when your D is 0? That means your series will be what? Your series will be what? A, then A plus D, so A plus 0, again A. All the terms will be A. Can you see that? If there is no D, no common difference, then all the terms will be what? A. How many terms are there? N terms. So adding A n times will give you what? N times A. Or you can directly plug in into the formula as well. The moment you put D is equals to 0 in this formula, in this particular formula, put D is equals to 0. This will be gone. 2 cancel, n times A. Right? Again same thing. So Sn is equals to n times A. Special case. Alright. Yes. Perfect. No issues. Sum of first n terms of, okay. One more important thing. Just tell me one thing, okay. If I tell you that there is a series, okay, and the series is what? T1, T2. No, there is a sequence. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, okay. Alright. And we have S5. Randomly I am saying S5. S5 would be what? Tell me. T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4 plus T5. And there is S4, which is what? T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4. If I subtract two consecutive sum, if I subtract two consecutive terms, S5 and S4, what do I get? Tell me. So left hand side, S5 minus S4 would be there. Okay, right? And this is, by the way, true for AP, GP and HP. Okay, so S5 minus S4, the moment you subtract T1 minus T1, gone, 0. T2 minus T2, gone. T3 minus T3, gone. T4, gone. T5 minus 0, so T5 will be left. And it makes sense. What is this expression trying to tell us? Sum up to 5 terms minus sum up to 4 terms will obviously give us T5, common sense. Sum up to 5 terms minus sum up to 4 terms. So sum up to 5 terms minus sum up to 4 terms will all obviously give us T5. So here we have a formula. What formula we have? That Sn minus 1 is nothing but Tn. Very important. Very important. This is true for any series. Right? Any series. Cool? Shall we have a question on this? What do you mean by this? What is the conclusion from this? What conclusion do you derive from this? The conclusion says, if we know, right, then I clearly, definitely can know Tn. Okay? Shall I give you a question on this so that you will be able to understand? This is the formula star mark. Star. Not many formulas are there in this chapter, and with the deleted portions, no formulas are left. Only like 5-6 formulas are there in the whole chapter. Okay? Alright. Question. So Sn is given to us, right? And 50th term we need to figure out. 2 minutes, quickly solve this question. So we can clearly see that P50 will be equal to sum up to 50 terms minus sum up to 49 terms. Isn't it? Yes. What is S50? Just plug in the value here. N is equals to 50. So 2 times 50 square plus 3 times 50. Right? Inside the bracket minus 2 times 49 square plus 3 times 49. Bracket close. Yes. Okay. Now club these two terms together. It will be easier in the calculation part. Okay, club these two terms together. Take out 2 common. 50 square minus 49 square. Obviously, I'm not gonna calculate 49 square. I don't know. Okay? This is 3 times 50 minus 49. Club the rest terms together. Take 3 common. 50 minus 49 is gonna be 1. So this is a square minus b square, right? A square minus b square would be a plus b. So 50 plus 49 is what? 99. And a minus b is what? 1 plus 3 into 1. Tell me. 198 plus 3. So this would be 201. 203 or 1. 50 plus 49 is 99. 99 plus 201, right? Why 203? Why some people are saying 203? Maybe they thought 200 plus 3. Why 203? Why plus 2? Plus 2 you are getting from somewhere. From where you are getting plus 2? 201, right? Please don't do silly mistakes. Please. You cannot afford silly mistakes. At this moment, though, you cannot. Right? Yes? Chalo. JEE Main 2020, next question. All right. From the world of arithmetic progression, here is a question. 10th term of an AP is 1 by 20. 20th term is 1 by 10. Sum of its first 200 terms. Quickly, you have 2 minutes. Quickly in the chat box. Two minutes quickly. So 10th term, that means a plus 9d is given as what? 1 by 20, right? And 20th term, can I write 20th term just above this? Right above this, because so a plus 20th term, that means a plus 19d is given by what? 1 by 10. Subtract. A minus a0, 19 minus. So 10d is equal to what? 1 by 10 minus 1 by 20. 20 will be the LCM, right? 2 minus 1. So 10d is, so d is coming out as 1 by 200. Yes, d is coming out as 1 by 200. Yes, okay. The moment you plug in d over here, you will get the a. What would be the value of a? So a would be 1 by 20 minus 9 times d. So 9 by what? 200. Correct? A is coming out as, so put a 0. Okay. Put a 0 over here. That's how I calculate. 0, 0. So that LCM will be sorted. Okay. So 200. So A is also coming out as 1 by 200. D is also coming out as 1 by 200. S200. Calculating S200 would be very, very easy. Okay. So that would be 200 by 2. Twice of A, that means 2 by 200. Plus 199 times D. Right? So this will become what? 200 gone. So 201 by 2 is your S200. Very easy. Easy calculations as well. Tell me, alpha or beta? Alpha or beta? Quickly in the chat box. Alpha or beta? Alpha or beta? You know what? Tip of the day. You know what? When maximum silly mistake occurs, maximum chances of silly mistakes, when is the point where students do maximum silly mistakes? You know when? You read the question, okay? You get excited. Oh, this question is easy. I'll crack that question nicely. But then you still have some nervousness. Oh, maybe. Now, so I'm going to put the value of A, the value of D. We'll cancel. We'll get the answer. Here is the time. Here is the point where maximum students do silly mistake. Right? Over relax, over confidence. But now so I can do. Be very careful at that particular time. Okay? Alright. Next question. Next question on your screen. The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progression are in the ratio. Now this is very popular question, by the way. Very popular question. So sum of n terms of two different arithmetic progression is given in this particular ratio. What we need to figure out is the ratio of 11th term. Okay. I will make it a little bit easier for you. So what is given to us is sum of n terms of first AP upon sum of n terms of second AP. Right? Sn upon Sn dash is given to us, and that is what? 7n plus 1 upon 4n plus 27. This is what is given to us. Yes? Alright. Now Sn, put the value of Sn for the first arithmetic progression. N is constant, and so n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d, right? And this is what again? N by 2, but here this is the different AP, right? You can't write small a, small d over here. Both AP cannot share same first term and same common difference. So it will be 2 capital A plus n minus 1 capital D. And this is equal to what? 7n plus 1, 4n plus 27. I can clearly see n by 2 gone. So this is what is given to us. This is what is given to us. Now what we need to calculate is something else. We need to calculate ratio of their 11th term. So just write what we need to calculate, right? So we need to calculate A11 by A11 dash. That means A plus 10D whole upon capital A plus 10 capital D. That's what I need to calculate. Okay. Now what you need to do over here is you just need to compare what is given to us. How can I make this left hand side? How can I convert this left hand side in this particular expression? Now you must be wondering, ma'am, what are you saying? How can I convert this into this expression? By simply actually taking 2 common. Because I can clearly see that's what I want. This is what I want. Yes. I can clearly see the coefficient of A in both the terms is 1, and here the coefficient of A is looking as 2. So take 2 common from denominator and numerator both. Let's do it. So the moment you take common, what will you get? So you will get A plus n minus 1 by 2 D whole upon capital A plus n minus 1 by 2 capital D is equals to what again? 7n plus 1, 4n plus 27. You know what we are doing? You know, right? We are trying to create A plus 10D. This is A plus 10D, right? A plus 10D and capital A plus 10D. Now what to do? Now I can clearly see, I really wish if this n minus 1 by 2 and also this n minus 1 by 2, if in case this n minus 1 by 2 will become 10, because I am comparing these two. If these two become equal, life would be much easier for us. I'll get what I want, right? The moment I plug in n minus 1 by 2 is equals to 2, it will become A plus 10D, A plus 10D. On the right hand side, what I need to do, I need to actually put n is equals to 20 plus 1, 21. That means in this whole expression, I just have to plug in n is equals to 21 and I'll be done. Yes? Okay. Put 21 minus 1 is what? 20 by 2 is 10, right? So where to solve? Let me just solve it here. Okay. So A plus 10D whole upon capital A plus 10D, capital D is equals to what? 7 into 21 plus 1 whole upon 4 into 21 plus 27. Clearly I can see that 7 plus 1 8, so 148, and this would be 4 plus and the 111. 148 by 111 is giving by option A. Option A is absolutely correct. Have a look. Very nice question, very beautiful question. Yes or no in the chat box. JEE Main 2023, here we go. JEE Main 20 alpha. Students are saying alpha. Students are saying alpha. Easy question. Actually, honestly, I'll tell you, I would say this is a very easy question, but honestly, this question is, we are solving this question since ages. This is a very popular question, right? So if the question is popular, if the question is familiar, if the question is seen in many mock tests, then I will consider that question in alpha category, honestly. Why? Because the question is rotated, circulated everywhere. So now you are familiar with the question. You can see in every notes, in each and every book, the same question, right? Yes. Again, same luxury Hitler. Yeah, that's why it is alpha, because you have done these type of question many times. So this is an alpha for you. This should be an alpha for every JEE, serious JEE students. Next question, JEE Main 2023. In this particular question, we have been given that the first term is given as 8. Okay, the first term of an AP is given as 8. Sum of first 4 terms is given as 50. And sum of last 4 terms is given as 70. Product of its middle 2 terms. Alright, let's just start. Okay, let's start solving. Perfect, perfect. है ना? तो first 4 terms, that means A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 is given by what? 50. Right? Yes. A1 is what? 8, then 8 plus D, then 8 plus 2D, then 8 plus 3D is given by 50. Right? Yes. 8 4s are 32 plus 3D plus 2D plus D, this is 6D, is equals to 50. 6D is equal to 18. D is coming out as 3. Now you know the value of A already, it is given in the question. You know the value of D as well. The question is asking us to calculate, okay, next information is also given to us. Okay, what you don't know, what exactly you don't know is the value of N. How many number of terms are there? So now you have to chase the value of N. Using this information, the sum of last 4 terms, we can get the value of N very, very nicely. Let's solve it. Last 4 terms, that means an plus an minus 1 plus an minus 2 plus an minus 3, right? 170. So this will become what? A plus n minus 1d, a plus n minus 2d, a plus n minus 3d, a plus n minus 4d is coming out as 170. A. 4 8s are 32 again, plus n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4. So this will be 4n minus 1 or 3. 3 or 3, 6 or okay, 4n minus 10 times D is coming out as 170. And obviously your D is what? D is 3. Put the value of D also. The moment you put the value of D over here, so it will become what? 30. So 2 plus 4ND is equals to 170. actually put the value of d as well. So 3 and 3. So it will become what? 168 by 12 is equals to n. So the value would be what? 14. Right? The value would be what? 14. The value of n is coming out as 14. Now the value of n is 14, that means the number of total terms is 14, which is even, by the way. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and all the way up to where? A14. What we want is product of middle two terms, right? So when your n is 14, middle term will be 2 actually. Common sense. When you have 4 terms, look at my fingers. When you have 4 terms, middle 2 terms would be second and third. When you have 5 terms, the middle term would be what? The second term, the single second term. How do you calculate? When you have even number of terms, you have got 2 middle terms, and that would be what? 14 by 2th term, that is 7th term, and the term next to this, 7th and 8th term. So that means A7, that is A plus 6D, and A plus 7D would be your correct answer. A plus 6D, that means 8 plus 18 and 8 plus 7 times 3, 8 plus 21. So you will get what? 29 into 26. 29 into 26. So what would be the correct answer? 754. Tell me the nature of the question, alpha, beta. Not at all a gamma question, alpha or beta. I guess this is an alpha question, provided that you know what is the middle term. By the way, you can actually calculate by common sense as well. 14 terms are there. Middle term would be obviously 7th and 8th. Okay? Alright. Shall we move ahead towards the next question? Some of you are saying alpha, some of you are saying beta. Alright. Perfect. The next question, and you know what? I have a feeling that this type of question may come in your JEE Mains 2024 as well. May come in 2024 as well. I have a feeling. Why I am saying that? Actually, we have a story behind this particular question. This, not exactly this question, but this type of question. This type of question. So I was teaching in one of the offline classes before COVID, I would say, before COVID, and I actually explained a concept of a concept which we are going to study now, right? This particular concept, the common term of two arithmetic progression. The common term of two arithmetic progression. I have taught this in my class, and you know what? One student after JEE Mains exam came to me and told me, ma'am, that you exactly taught this particular concept, and I have not seen this concept in many books, or many teachers have not taught me, but this question came in 2020, right? 2020, JEE Mains 2020, there is a question related to this concept, and he said that I saw this question, the very first thing which came in my mind was you, ki ma'am, okay, you saved me that one question, very easy. Again, alpha question, just you have to know the concept and you are done with that. Okay, so this is the question. There is a story behind this question. I don't know, that's why I have a feeling that in 2024 this concept might get repeated. Why? Because there are many concepts such as series, AGP have been deleted. So this is the concept which may come again. Okay, alright. So what happens in this particular type of question is, you have been given two different arithmetic progression. Can you see? This is the first arithmetic progression and this is the second arithmetic progression, right? But 3 plus 7 plus 11 and all the way up to whatever. Okay? So here we can clearly see that the very first common term from The very first common term from both the series is 11. Okay, and the question is saying the 8th common term of the series. Now if I go by like creating the series and find the second common term, completing the series and then finding the second common term, then finding the third common term, it will take me a lot of time, right? It will waste my lot of time. So there is a technique in solving this particular question. So what we need to do is we need to create a new series which will contain all the common terms related to both the APs. Okay, a new series which will have what? Only common terms related to both the series. How are we going to create this? So the very first term we can clearly see, the very first term we need to calculate by the observation only. The very first term we all can see, the first term of this particular series is 11, or this particular sequence is 11. What would be the second term? So we don't need to complete the series and talk about the second term. Rather, what we need to do is we need to calculate the common difference D, which would be, we have a formula for that. So common difference D of this new series will be LCM of both the series. This is the concept. This is the concept. D is the LCM of CD of both the series. Sorry, LCM of common difference of both the series. That means, okay, let me write it this way only. LCM of D1 and D2. LCM of D1 and D2. Yes, D1 and D2. Better way of writing? Yes, so D1, the very first common difference I can clearly see, D1 is 4 and D2 is 5. So LCM of 4 and 5 would be what? 20. This is your common difference of the new series, this particular series. So the next term would be 11 plus 20, right? So now we need to calculate 8th common term. That means 8th term of this series. So A8 will be equal to what? A8 will be equal to what? A plus 7D, right? So 11 plus 7 times D is what? 20. So 151 would be the 8th common term. Yes, 8th common term. Perfect. Yes, tell me alpha or beta? Alpha, beta. Alpha or beta? Alpha or beta? Alpha or beta? Perfect. All right. All cool. Now let's come to the properties of arithmetic progression. Properties of arithmetic progression. Yes. The very first property is very basic. If 3 terms which are given to you, A, B and C, this is property number 1. If 3 terms are given to you, A, B, C, and it is given that they are in AP, then simply double the middle term and add the extreme terms. Double the middle term and add the extremes. That's it. Hindi में I used to say बीच वाले का double is equals to आजू बाजू वाले का sum. That means double the middle is equal to sum of extremes. Yes, perfect. Okay, this is property number 1. We all know this. Let's not spend some more time in this. Very important. You need to remember this. Okay, now property number 2, which is very important. We are going to solve some good questions on this property as well. When you have to actually when in the question, if randomly it is given that there are 3 consecutive terms of an AP. If it is given to you, 3 consecutive terms of an AP, right? or 5 consecutive terms of an AP. Very, very important, by the way. So 3 consecutive terms, I'll tell you. 3 consecutive, let's solve. Yes, I have so many PYQs in the line. Let me just finish 5 properties and dhad back to back we'll solve many questions. Okay, 3 consecutive terms of an AP. So 3 consecutive terms of an AP would be A minus D, A plus D. Perfect? Yes? Alright. What about 5 consecutive terms of an AP? It is very similar. It is very similar. So again same, just copy and paste. A minus D, A plus D. Just add one term after this. So A plus 2D. Add one term before this. A minus 2D. These are the 5 consecutive terms of an AP. Okay? Yes, AM, GM we have telescopic series as well, don't worry. Complete chapter, huh? Complete chapter as promised. Okay, now what about, so 3 consecutive, 5 consecutive, will you remember by this? Now what about 4 consecutive? 4 consecutive terms. So 4 consecutive terms would be what? A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 3D. Okay, this is a bit different. That's why I have written in on the other side. The common difference of this particular series is not D, is not at all D. The common difference of this series is nothing but 2D. Remember this, very important. Here the common difference is D. Here also the common difference is D. But for 4 consecutive terms, the common difference is 2D. Now there is a pattern. Understand what I am trying to say. 3 consecutive is this. 5 consecutive will be what? A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 2D. What about 7 consecutive? So 7 consecutive would be A minus 3D, A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Right? So 3, 5 consecutive, 7 consecutive, 9. Where itna nahi padega zarurat. But till 5 you need to remember. And what about 4 consecutive? This is a different segment then. A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. And remember the common difference you can clearly see as well. I will add 2D over here. Again 2D, 2D, 2D. That's why 2D is the common difference. Property number 1, property number 2 clear. Shall we move ahead and talk about property number 3? Property number 3 is very basic. Property number 3 trying to tell us that, okay, if you have arithmetic progression, let's say 2, 5, then 8, then 11, then 14, then 17, then 20. Okay, suppose you have this arithmetic progression. The property says the sum of first and last term, which we have already seen in the beginning of the session when I told you the story about Frederick Carl Gauss. Same thing. First term and last term is what? Tell me. 22. Okay. 17 and 5. What is the sum? Second and second last. 22. Third and third last. 22. Okay. Middle one. Double it. You will get 22. Alright. So what is property 3 trying to tell us? In a finite AP, obviously AP should be finite. So in a finite AP, what will happen is sum of the term equidistance from the beginning and end is the same. Matlab, first and last term is equal to second and second last, third and third last, and so on. This we have already seen. We already know this property. Perfect? Yes? Okay, next property, property number 4. Again, very important property. So in this particular property, it is given that suppose you have an AP. Again, same AP. 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20. Suppose you add something to this AP. Suppose let's say I'm gonna add 2 to each and every term of the AP. So 2 plus 2 will be 4, 5 plus 2 7, then it is 10, then it is 13, then it is 16, 19 and 22. So what I have done is added 2 in each and every term of the AP. Now the resulting sequence is also an AP. If you decrease 2, then also the same property will be applicable. So if in any AP, if we add any constant or subtract any constant, the resulting sequence is also an AP, right? By the way, with same common difference, because you can clearly see here common difference is 3. Here also you can see the common difference is 3. Very basic property. Property number 4. Yes. Alright. Perfect. No issues. Property number 5th. Property 5th says that suppose you have, again, this is an AP 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, same AP. If I multiply something to this particular AP, suppose I multiply 2, what will happen? 4 2s are 8, 4 5 2s are 10, then 16, then 22, then 28, then 34, then 40. Okay. Now again the resulting sequence again is in AP, but common difference will change. So this time the original common difference was 3. So common difference D0 will be 6. So you have multiplied 2 in each and every term. So your common difference will also get multiplied with 2. 3 2s are 6. Yes. Right? Same goes with division as well. Same goes with division. Alright. Property number 4. Done and dusted. Property number 6. Property number 6. Okay. Property number 6, again very easy property. The property says that if you have 2 different AP, suppose you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. And you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Suppose you add 2 different AP corresponding terms. What do you get? 3, then 7, then 11, then you have 15 and then 19, right? Yes or no? So the common difference 4, 4, 4. So resulting sequence also an AP. Resulting sequence also an AP. Very easy property again. Perfect. Property number 7 is very important actually and very different also. Property number 7 says that if in any question it is given that Tn is equals to 2n plus 3, that means linear function of n, right? Linear function, you know the linear function 3x plus 4, the graph straight line, the graph of linear function is straight line. How does a straight line look like? 3x plus 4 mathematically, 4x plus 3. So the moment you see linear function, that means the degree of n should be 1. The moment you see this, you can, by looking at this, you can clearly say, ma'am, this is an AP. This is an AP of common difference is equal to 2. So common difference would be what? The leading coefficient would be the common difference. So common difference is what? A is a common difference. That is leading coefficient. So in any question, if it is given that, suppose Tn is equals to 3n plus 5. The moment you look at it, you will say, ma'am, this is an AP. Yes or no? Okay, right? So I am talking about the nth term. What about Sn? What about sum of n terms? So if the sum of n terms is given like this, an square plus bn, that means quadratic expression. Quadratic expression, okay? If sum of n terms is given as quadratic expression, so then also the sequence or the series is nothing but an AP with common difference 2a. So here common difference would be twice of leading coefficient of n square. So leading coefficient means highest power ka coefficient. Suppose I tell you that, okay, Sn is equals to 4n square plus 3n, and tell me the common difference. You will say, ma'am, 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. Yes, all 7 properties sorted. All 7 property. Okay, all 7 property. Just let me know one by one all the properties. So the very first property was 2b is equals to a plus c. The second property was 3 consecutive terms, 5 consecutive terms, and 4 consecutive terms. Alright? Yes. What about property number 3? So property number 3 says sum of first and last is equal to sum of second and second last, third and third last, and so on. Property number 4. Okay, property number 4 says if you add any constant term to any AP, the resulting sequence will be AP with the same common difference. Property number 5 says if you multiply or divide, the resulting sequence will be AP but with a different common difference this time. Okay, and yeah, sum of 2 different AP will be an AP, difference of 2 different AP will also be an AP, and the last but not the least, very important, the moment you see linear function in nth term, you will see AP with A as a common difference. The moment you see quadratic expression in terms of sum of n terms, you will see twice of A, so twice of leading coefficient. Yes, perfect. All 7 properties sorted. Now is the time. I'll fire you many questions. Okay, 5 numbers are in AP. Okay, JEE Main 2020 problem. JEE Main 2020 problem. 5 numbers are given in an AP. You know what to use? We have just studied the property. 5 consecutive terms in an AP whose sum is 25, product is 2520, one of these numbers is minus half, then the greatest number among them is, options are 21 by 2, 16, 27, 7. Now I will give you 2 minutes to solve this question. Okay, quickly solve this question, then I'll be together. We are going to solve this question. Yes? Alright. Five numbers are in AP whose sum is 25. So you know what are those 5 numbers. So the middle one would be A. Then we have A plus D, A minus D. Right? Then we have A plus 2D, A minus 2D. हो गए 5? Perfect. Sum of all 5 numbers is 25. Perfect. 2D cancel. D cancel. So 5A is given out as 25. A is coming out as 5. Perfect. Now product of all 5 numbers is 2520. Product of all 5. So product of all 5. So 5 minus 2D, because now I know the value of 5. I'll plug in the value of 5, right? 5 minus D. 5. 5 plus D. 5 plus 2D is equals to 2520. Okay, 5 ones are 5. 5 5s are 25. 5 4s are 20. 504. Yes. Okay. Now 5 minus 2D will get combined with 5 plus 2D. I will get 25 minus D square. Actually 25 minus 4D square. 4D square. 25 minus 4D square. 5 minus D and 5 plus D will get clubbed together. Now I am going to get 25 minus D square is equals to 504. This is clear cut going to form a quadratic in D square. So what we can do is we can simply put D square is equals to T. Okay, so it will become what? 25 minus 4T and 25 minus T is equals to 504. Or rather we can write it as 4T minus 25. Take minus sign common. T minus 25 is equals to 504. Multiply it. You will get a quadratic in T. So 4T square minus 125T plus 625 is equals to 504, right? So I will be left with 121. 4t square minus 125t plus 121 is equals to 0. Clearly it is visible. 121 plus 4 is 125. Middle term splitting. So 4t minus 121 and t minus 1 is equals to 0. So t is coming out as, that means d square is coming out as 121 by 4 or 1. Right? So d has 4 values now. Plus minus 1 plus minus 11 by 4. These are the two values which I am going to get. Perfect. Yes. Now one more information is given in the question which will actually select or reject some of the D common difference. How? So here one of these numbers is minus half. It is given that one of these numbers is minus half. If I select plus 1 or minus 1 as common difference, these are the numbers with us, right? These are the numbers 5 minus D. So the moment I select suppose plus 1, so my number would be what? 5 minus 2, 3, 5 minus 1, 4, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 5 plus 2, 7. That means all the numbers will be natural numbers, right? The moment I select D plus 1 or minus 1, I will not get minus half as any of the numbers. So that means plus minus 1 is definitely rejected. Here 11 by 2, sorry. D is coming out as 11 by 2. The moment I select 11 by 2, either plus or minus, so what will we get is, so 5 minus 2D. The moment I put 11 by 2 over here, so 5 minus 11. Here 5 minus 11 by 2. 5 minus 11 by 2 will be minus half. That means either 11 by 2 or minus 11 by 2 will work. The moment I select 11 by 2 or minus 11 by 2, both will work. So the question is greatest number will be this 5 plus 2D. So 5 plus twice of 11 by 2 would be the greatest number. So that is 5 plus 11, that is 16 is the greatest number. 16 is the correct answer. ठीक है? Greatest number. Either 11 by 2 or minus 11 by 2, both will give you the correct answer. Yes, tell me alpha or beta or whatever. Alpha or beta or gamma तो नहीं है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओके, नो क्वेश्चन, एक्चुअली अब कॉन्सेप्ट पे आ जाते हैं. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कॉन्सेप्ट. अरिथमेटिक मीन. सो व्हाट इज अरिथमेटिक मीन? इफ आई टॉक अबाउट अरिथमेटिक मीन, so there are two numbers involved, A and B, right? And we have an arithmetic mean. Okay, single arithmetic mean. So if I talk about two numbers, arithmetic mean of A and B would be A is equals to A plus B by 2. This is your arithmetic mean between two numbers. Arithmetic mean between two numbers, right? Now understand one thing apart from arithmetic mean and academics actually. So just realize one thing, that there were so many things which were important in sequence and series. AGP was definitely an important topic which has been deleted, you already know. And series 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to n, 1 square plus 2 square, this has also been deleted, right? The series questions, so that was also an important topic, right? Okay, so these were the two important topics which were deleted from sequence and series. Okay, now there are some topics which are remaining topics which are again important. For example, arithmetic progression, sum of arithmetic progression, right? So these topics have become now more important. Why? Because there are high chances that the question will come from those topics only. Because earlier we have many topics, we have diverse topics. If I delete two topics, then the load is from the AP, GP, right? AM, GM, HM, these inequalities. So now you have to master all the remaining important topics very nicely, more nicely than the previous time. Right? Are you getting my point? Yes? Okay. So this is arithmetic mean. Okay, a plus b by 2, that's how we call. If I tell you that there are two numbers 2 and 6, find arithmetic mean between two numbers. What will you do? Okay ma'am, 2 plus 6 by 2. So this will 8 by 2. 8 by 2, this will become 4. Or if you have multiple numbers, you have 2, 4, 6, 8. So AM of all four numbers will be what? Tell me. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 by 4. Right? So 8 plus 2 to 20 by 4. So 5 will be your answer. That's how you calculate arithmetic mean. That's how you calculate arithmetic mean. Yes? Okay. Now what we are going to do is insert n arithmetic mean between two given numbers. So we have two given numbers A and we have B. Right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert n arithmetic mean. So A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and all the way up to AN and the last is B. Okay? So I am going to insert how many arithmetic mean? N arithmetic mean between two numbers. Now tell me how many terms, total terms will be there. How many total terms will be there? So this is N arithmetic mean plus A and B, two more terms. So this will become total N plus 2 terms. Right? And all the numbers will be in arithmetic progression. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? A, A1, A2, A3, A4 and all the way up to AN. These are the N arithmetic mean plus first and last. So A and B. So N plus 2 terms. Cool? Got it? Now what we need to calculate is the value of all the arithmetic means. How do you insert it? So this is the formula which we have, nth term A plus N minus 1D. Correct? I am going to calculate common difference related to this particular series. Okay? Now the last term, the nth term is nothing but B. What is the first term of the series? A plus, how many terms are here? N terms nahi hai, there are no n terms, but rather there are n plus 2 terms. So n ki jagah I will write n plus 2 minus 1 times D. So B minus A is equals to what? N plus 1 D. So common difference is coming out as what? B minus A upon N plus 1. This is the common difference of what? Your arithmetic progression. Now let's talk about A1. The first arithmetic mean. So A1 will be simply, because this is in arithmetic progression, right? So A1 would be what? A plus D. Right? A2 would be what? A plus 2D. Are you realizing what is happening? The pattern is getting formed this time. A1 is A plus D, A2 is A plus 2D, A3B A plus 3D and AN is nothing but what? A plus N minus 1D. Right? Now if anyone asks you that, okay, there are two numbers A and B, you need to insert 5 arithmetic mean. Calculate 5 arithmetic mean. Will you be able to calculate? Yes, definitely. How? So for that you will need a common difference. So you know B, you know A, you have 5 arithmetic mean. You can easily calculate D. The moment you know D, you will be knowing A you already have, D you already calculated. So A1 will be there, A2 will be there, A3 will be there and so on. Sorted? Ho jayega? Will you be able to do it? We'll solve some questions, don't worry. We'll solve some questions about that. Okay? Alright? Clear? So if a question arrives, okay. Okay, let's just solve this. Let's just solve this. Okay? So you have 3 and 80. Okay? Between 3 and 80, you have to insert 10 arithmetic mean, right? So that a arithmetic progression of 12 terms will be formed, right? Yes, Gautam Raj. Perfect. You need to figure out fifth arithmetic mean. I already told you the formula. A5 is nothing but A plus 5B. Do you have A, which is the first term? Yes, ma'am. I have A. A is my 3. So that is 3 plus 5 times D. How to calculate D? I gave you the formula. Right? D would be nothing but B minus A upon N plus 1. What is B? So 80 minus 3 upon N plus 1. How many arithmetic mean? 10. So 10 plus 1. So this will be 77 upon 11. This will give you 7. So 3 plus 5 into 7, 38. I made a mistake in previous slide. Let me just check. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. We have a habit of writing AN is equals to A plus N minus 1D. No, that's incorrect. A plus ND. A plus ND. No need of bracket. Thank you, Gautam Raj. Perfect. This is clear. Is this clear? This question is clear to you? Okay. Alright. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to calculate sum of all arithmetic means. So that would be what? A1 plus A2 plus A3 and all the way up to AN. Very important, very important. Okay? How to calculate? So your A1 would be A plus D, A2 would be what? A plus 2D, right? A plus 3D, and last AN would be what? A plus ND. How many terms are there? Total n terms are there, right? Because n arithmetic mean, sum of n arithmetic mean, so n terms are there. So A, how many times? N times. Yes? Plus 1D, 2D, 3D and all the way up to ND. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 and all the way up to N times D. This is your what? Sum of all the arithmetic means. Isn't it? Yes. N times A plus. Now do you know this formula? Acha, by the way, some of you might know this formula, some of you might not know this formula, but I have already told you one formula of sum of n terms of an AP, n by 2, A plus L. So here the progression is an arithmetic progression, right? How many terms are there? N terms are there, right? First term is 1, last term is n upon 2 times D. Now what is the value of D? We have calculated the value of D, don't forget that. D is nothing but B minus A upon N plus 1. Just plug in the value of D over here. Shall I do that? Definitely. So D will be nothing but what? B minus A upon N plus 1. N plus 1 gone. N plus 1 gone. So I'll be left with what? NA plus NB by 2 minus AN by 2. Take out N common. Take LCM. It will be A plus B by 2. A plus B by 2. A plus B by 2. What is A plus B by 2? What is A plus B by 2? By the way, what is A1, AN? If you have two numbers, single arithmetic mean between two numbers is capital A, and if you have same set of numbers all the way up to AN, there are n arithmetic mean. These are the two different situations, right? Two different situations. Can I write it as n times capital A? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does this whole thing mean? Whole thing mean? So the whole thing says that sum of n arithmetic mean between two numbers is equals to n times single arithmetic mean between them. So what I'm trying to say is sum of n arithmetic mean between two numbers is coming out as n times single arithmetic mean between two numbers. Right? Getting little what I'm trying to say? Yes? Yes? Chalo, I'll give you a question. I need a blank slide. Okay. I'll give you a question. Okay. Suppose you have 2 and 10. Okay. And I am asking you to insert seven arithmetic mean between them. Okay. And I am asking you what? Sum of all 7 AMs. Okay. Sum of all 7 arithmetic mean. Okay. Question is clear. You have two numbers. You have to insert 7 arithmetic mean between them, and you have to figure out sum of all the arithmetic means. Now you will say, okay ma'am, one way of doing it is कि you calculate all the 7 arithmetic means and then you add. But now you have a shortcut for this. You will calculate single arithmetic mean between two numbers, which will be what? 6. Okay. And sum of all arithmetic mean would be what? Sum of n multiply single arithmetic mean. Right? Sum of all arithmetic mean would be what? N times single arithmetic mean between two numbers. You have already calculated single arithmetic mean. 7 arithmetic mean into 6. 7 6 are 42 will be your answer. No need to calculate individually. Just apply this formula. You will be done. Chalo. Next question on your screen. So this would be your homework question. Homework question. Take a screenshot. Solve it. Let me know in the comment section. Homework question. N arithmetic mean inserted between these two numbers, and you need to figure out the value of n. Tomorrow we will discuss the most expected questions from physics, chemistry and mathematics. Okay, this question. Let's solve this question. It is given that this expression is the arithmetic mean of A and B. We need to figure out the value of n. Are you going to solve it? Yes? Please solve it. Yes, total syllabus. The complete syllabus we'll be discussing. Complete syllabus, most expected questions in the paper. Okay? So in this particular question, this is given as arithmetic mean. That means a raised to power n plus 1 plus b raised to power n plus 1 whole upon a raised to power n plus b raised to power n is equals to a plus b by 2. Right? Because this is arithmetic mean of a and b. Arithmetic mean of a and b is this. Cross multiply quickly. 2 times a raised to power n plus 1 plus 2 times b raised to power n plus 1 is equal to, now multiply these two. So these two will get multiplied. I'll get a raised to power n plus 1. Then this and this will get multiplied. B into a raised to power n. Next, b raised to power n into a plus b raised to power n plus 1. This is how the cross multiply will give you the result. Okay. Now these two are same. These two are similar terms. So this will give you, shift it towards the left, a raised to power n plus 1. Again, these two are also same. Shift it towards left. So plus b raised to power n plus 1 is equals to a raised to power n b plus b raised to power n a. This is how you are going to get the expression. Now you can actually club these two together and you can shift this towards the right hand side. Club the like terms together, right? So a raised to power n plus 1 minus a raised to power n b is equals to, on the right hand side, b raised to power n a minus b raised to power n plus 1. Take out a raised to power n common, you will get a minus b. Take out b raised to power n common, you will get again a minus b. Alright. Now can you cancel a minus b? Generally you cannot cancel a minus b from both sides, but we know that a and b are not equal. So a and b are not equal, so these two, a will not be able to, a and b are not equal, that's why we can cancel. So here a by b raised to power n will come out as 1. So n is coming out as 0. The value of n is coming out as 0. Yes? Perfect? Cool? Alright. How is the Josh? How is the Josh? Because we are going to start geometric progression now. Okay? Shall we start? Chalo. Quickly geometric progression. So geometric progression is again a sequence in which the first term is non-zero term, right? The first term, let us say 3. Okay, so the first term is a non-zero term, that is one thing, and each and every term will get multiplied with a constant term called common ratio. Here we are multiplying. In arithmetic progression we were adding. So what we are doing is we are multiplying. Let's say I multiplied 2 in this, so I get 3 times 2. Then I multiply one more 2 in this, I get 3 times 2 square, then 3 times 2 cube, and so on all the way up to nth term. Right? Yes? Okay. So here the first term, A is your first term in this series, in this progression, and R is your common ratio. Instead of D, we have a common ratio. Sorry. So R is common ratio now, right? Previously there was D, which was common difference. Here it is common ratio. Yes, I'll try to complete it by 9 only. Okay, 9:15 max. ठीक है? All right. ठीक है? So this is the, now A first term and common ratio, both A and common ratio cannot be equal to 0, because if the first term is 0, no matter how much times you multiply, it's not gonna get anything. ठीक है? Second thing, if the common ratio is 0, again if you multiply anything by 0, the rest of the terms will become 0. Clear? Perfect? No issues? Okay. Again, question time. Question time. Question time. A1, A2, A3 and all the way up to A and B a GP. And if A3 by A1 is given as 25, then the value of A9 by A5. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to solve this question, and in the chat box please write whether it is alpha or beta. No gamma. Gamma not allowed. In this whole session, in this sequence and series session, gamma not allowed, because I know I have not kept any gamma for you in this particular session. A1 to A10 forms a GP, right? Okay. Just give me a moment. I forgot to taught you one formula, one very important formula. Okay, so the standard form of geometric progression. Standard form of geometric progression. The first term is A. ठीक है? The second term is AR. Then multiply, so AR square, AR cube, AR power 4. Again, same thing is happening just like in AP. First term is having A. Second term is having AR power 1. Third term is having AR power 2. Fourth term, Fifth term is having AR power 4. So nth term will have AR power n minus 1. This is your nth term. Nth term of a GP is AR power n minus 1. ये मैं आपको I forgot to tell you. An is equals to AR power n minus 1. Now is the time. Solve this question. I know many of students know this formula already. ठीक है? A1 to A10 be a GP. A3 by A1 is equals to 25. Then the value of A9 by A5. Okay. So A3 by A1. A3. What is the value of A3? So A3 by A1 is given as 25. What is A3? AR square. Always reduce 1. ठीक है? What is A1? A1 is A is equals to 25. So R square is given as 25, or I can write R square is equals to 5 का square. ठीक है? What about the value of A9 upon A5? Very easy. A9 by A5. A9 is what? AR raised to power 8 upon AR raised to power 4. A cancel. R raised to power 8 upon R raised to power 4 is nothing but R raised to power 4, which is R square the whole square. So R square is 5 square. And square one more square. So 5 raised to power 4 is your answer. Option C. Option C, absolutely right. This session, the theory is up to JEE Advanced level beta. But the questions we are solving is for JEE Main only. ठीक है? Because we are trying to focus on JEE Main. Once concepts are clear, JEE Main, if you score total of 250, then you'll get confidence to crack JEE Advanced anyhow. But if you score 100, 110 in JEE Main, then you'll be less confident in JEE Advanced. So the idea is to cross the total of 200 to 50 in JEE Mains so that you'll be extremely confident, so that we can go for JEE Advanced examination. Okay, alpha question. Sum of first n terms of an GP. ठीक है, तो I'll give you the direct formula. So sum of first n terms of a GP is A times R raised to power n minus 1 upon R minus 1, or A times 1 minus R raised to power 1 upon 1 minus R. In both the cases, R cannot be equal to 1. ठीक है, direct formula. Sum of n terms of GP is A R raised to power n minus 1 upon R minus 1, or you can take minus sign common from both the numerator and denominator. You will get 1 minus R power n upon 1 minus R, where R is not equal to 1. ठीक है? Now you will ask me, ma'am, what will happen when R is 1? So here we have a special case. When your R is 1, then what will happen? So your first term, your series will be like this. First term, now common ratio, multiply. A into 1 is what? A only. Next term, A only. Next term, A only. All the way up to A. So what will happen? Add A n times. You will get n times A. Right? So never ever put what? Never ever put R is equals to 1 in this particular formula. These two formula, I'll mark a star. You need to remember. Right? Remember this formula. Okay? Cool? Perfect. Alright. Now sum of infinite terms of a GP. You all know that sum of n terms of GP is what? A 1 minus R power n whole upon 1 minus R. This is the formula of sum of n terms of GP. ठीक है? Now suppose I have an infinite GP. Suppose I have an infinite GP. ठीक है? What is infinite GP, ma'am? Infinite GP happens when your common ratio is a fractional quantity. That means it belongs to minus 1 to 1. Your common ratio if belongs to minus 1 to 1, that means I'll show you how it looks. So it looks like 1 by 3, 1 by 3 square, 1 by 3 cube, and all the way up to infinity, right? The common ratio is what? Less than 1. Why? Because if the common ratio is greater than 1, then what will happen is 3 square, 3 cube, 3 raised to power 4 and all the way up to infinity. What would be the sum of this particular geometric progression all the way up to infinity? What would be the sum? So the sum of this series is infinity, and we don't need any formula because you can clearly see the terms are keep on increasing, and the last term would be what? 3 raised to power infinity. And last term would be an infinite term, right? So if you add infinite terms, you will get an infinity as an answer. So we don't talk about r which is greater than 1 for infinite series. We don't talk about r, about common ratio which is greater than 1 for infinite series. We don't do that. Why? Because the sum of infinity terms is infinity. We only talk about those series where r is what? -1 to 1. So what happens is gradually the terms will get decreases and eventually it will become a 0. You can definitely add the terms and the sum coming out to be a finite sum, right? Now in this particular situation, what will happen if your n tending to infinity, right, r tending towards -1 to 1, what will happen? R raised to power n, that means fraction raised to power infinity. Fraction raised to power infinity will tend towards 0. So in this particular case, r raised to power n will tend towards 0. So we just need to make it 0, and your sum of infinite terms will become what? A upon 1 minus r. This is the formula. Star, 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 star. ठीक है? Got it? Any issues? Sum of infinite terms of a GP. Okay, let's just start solving this question. JEE Main 2020. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this question quickly in the chat box. Quickly solve this question. Let me know your answer in the chat box. ठीक है, तो in this particular question it is given that we have a GP and first term of that GP is less than 0. The first term is negative. Okay, first term is negative. Divakar, okay, 171. ठीक है, मतलब Divakar is saying option A, be careful. ठीक है, alright, so first term is less than 0. Now we have this A1 plus A2 is given as what? 4. What does that mean? A plus AR is coming out as 4. Is coming out as 4. ठीक है, what does that mean? If I take A common, 1 plus R is coming out as 4. This is your first equation, right? What about this? A3 plus A4 is given as what? 16. That means AR square plus AR cube is coming out as 16, right? Take AR square common, I will get 1 plus R is equals to 16. This is your second equation. Can you see? You can clearly divide second equation by first equation. The moment you divide first and second, 1 plus R will get cancelled out. AR square upon R will be 16 by 4. A cancel, R square is coming out as 4. That simply means R is coming out as plus 2 or minus 2, right? Now plug in R is equals to 2 from here and R is equals to minus 2 here. The moment I plug in R is equals to 2, I will get what? A is equals to 4 by 3, which is rejected. Why? Because your A should be negative. The first term should be negative and it is not coming negative. That means this will give me answer A 1 minus 2 is equals to 4. Clearly A is coming out as minus 4. This is accepted, right? And this is also accepted. Now ask me whatever you want to. We have calculated first term. We have calculated last term. We can calculate anything we want. What do we want to calculate? What is this? Sum of all the first 9 terms we need to calculate. Sum of 9 terms is given as 4 lambda. You know the formula, right? Sum of n terms of GP. Do you know or don't you know? Sum of 9 terms of a GP. Sum of 9 terms of GP. So A times, ठीक है, r raised to power n minus 1 upon r minus 1 is equals to 4 times lambda. A is what? Minus 4. Minus 4 minus 2 raised to power 9 minus 1 whole upon minus 2 minus 1 is equals to 4 lambda. 4 cancel, minus minus cancel, minus 2 raised to power 9, so that would be minus 512 minus 1 by 3 is coming out as lambda. So 513 by 3 with a negative sign is lambda. Okay, 3 ones are 3, 3 sevens are 21, minus 171 with a negative sign. Be careful, I told you already, option D is absolutely right. Minus 171. Clear? Perfect? Yes? Easy peasy. Alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. All right. JEE Main 2020 again. JEE Main 2020 again. Very good question. Very nice question. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this question. Okay. So can you see the very first term over here? First term is 2 raised to power 1 by 4. What about this? 4 raised to power 16. Can I write it as 4? So 2 square raised to power 1 by 16. And it will become 2 raised to power 1 by 8. 2 raised to power 1 by 8. What about this? Can I write it as 1 by, okay. Can I write it as 2 cube raised to power 1 by 48. So 3 ones are 3, 3 6 are 18. 2 raised to power 1 by 16. Alright. What about next? So it will be 4, okay, sorry. This will become 2 raised to power 4 power 1 by 128. 4 3s are 12. 4 2s are 8. 2 raised to power 1 by 32. Can you see? Can you realize the pattern over here? 15 plus 1 by 32. This is an infinite GP whose first term is 1 by 4. Right? So let's calculate the sum of infinite GP. A upon 1 minus R. First term is 1 by 4 and common ratio is half. So 1 minus half. So 1 by 4 upon 1 by 2, it will give me 1 by 2. So that means 2 raised to power this sum is coming out as 1 by 2. So root 2 is your answer. Very good question. JEE Main 2020. Alpha, beta or gamma? Alpha, beta or gamma? Alpha, beta or gamma for the question in the chat box. ठीक है? Properties of geometric progression. Property number 1. If you have 3 numbers in geometric progression, then this means that 3 numbers in geometric progression, if A, B and property 1, yes. If A, B, C are in GP, then we can clearly say that B square is equals to AC. ठीक है? This is your property number 1. What about property number 2? Again, same property we are following. I will not take much time. So 3 consecutive terms in GP. So A by R, AR. Previously it was what? A minus D, A plus D. ठीक है? In terms of AP. Now what about 5 consecutive terms? 5 consecutive terms. So A will be the middle term. A by R, AR. Add one more term, that would be AR square. Add one more term to the left hand side, that would be A by R square. ठीक है? 5 consecutive terms, 3 consecutive terms, 5 consecutive terms. ठीक है? Clear? All right. What about 4 consecutive terms? 4 consecutive terms. 4 consecutive terms would be what? A by R cube, A by R, AR, AR cube, but with common ratio R square this time. Here the common ratio is R, here the common ratio is R, but for 4 consecutive term, common ratio is R square, just like arithmetic progression. In that common difference was 2D. ठीक है? Property number 3. जैसे कि in case of AP, I have already told you the sum of first and last term. Suppose I have a GP 2.3, 2.3 square, 2.3 cube, 2.3 raised to power 4. Suppose we have all these terms, right? So in case of GP, what happens is product of first and last term. Tell me what is the product of first and last term. So 2, that means 2 square and 3 raised to power 4. Product of first and last term. Product of second and second last term now. So again 2 square, 3 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 1, so 3 raised to power 4. Can you see that? Product of third and third last term, again same thing. So in case of GP, the product of terms equidistant from the beginning and end is the same. So T1 into Tn is equals to second and second last term ka product, third and third last product are same. Yes? Okay. Alright. Clear? Perfect. If each term of a GP is multiplied or divided by a non-zero constant, then the resulting sequence is also a GP. ठीक है? So what we are doing in case of GP, if you have a GP, for example, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to power 4, 2 raised to power 5 and so on. ठीक है? If you multiply this GP by a constant number, let's say I multiply 3 over here, what do I get? 6. I get 3.2 square, 3.2 cube. Okay, can you see the resulting sequence is also GP, and the common ratio here also was R is equals to 2. Here common ratio was also R. So in case of AP, if you add anything to the original AP, the resulting sequence will be AP with the same common difference. But in case of GP, you need to multiply it with some constant so that the resulting sequence is again a what? GP, but with same common ratio. This time same common ratio. So in AP you were adding something, in GP you are multiplying something. That we know already, right? Arithmetic progression means adding. Geometric progression means multiplying. Clear? Perfect. Alright. ठीक है? Now again next property says that if you have a GP, for example this is your GP, this is your GP, and if you decide to raise some power, for example I'll be raising 3 to each and every term. So 2 cube, this will become 2 square ka cube, this will become 2 cube ka cube. So can you see I have done cubing of all the terms. What will happen? Tell me. So the resulting sequence will become 2 cube, 2 raised to power 6, 2 raised to power 9. Can you see that this is also an AP whose common ratio has become 2 cube. Initially the common ratio was 2. Common ratio has also become the same, the cube. Okay? Getting my point? Little? Yes? Very easy property. Property number 5. Then property number 6. Okay. Same property. So in case of AP, we have had two arithmetic progression, different two arithmetic progression. We have added two different arithmetic progression, resulting we get another arithmetic progression. In case of GP, if you have GP number 1, if you have GP number 2, and what will you do is, let's say 2, 2 square, 2 cube and all. Okay. In this 3, 3 square, 3 cube and all. If you multiply, what will you get? 6. 6 square, 6 cube. Resulting sequence is also a GP. Two different AP. In GP is any term to be a 0. For I already told you this, Rupesh, that in case of GP, what happens if a common ratio is 0, that will not work. Because once the common ratio is 0, then what will happen? Each and every term will become 0. Right? And same goes with first term. If first term is 0, no matter what you multiply in that first term, you can't get. Every term will become 0. Right? So that will not form a GP. So any term cannot be 0 in a GP. Alright. Now this property, very good property, very nice property. Let me just show you. If you say that ABC, if ABC are in geometric progression, then log A, log B, log C will be in arithmetic progression. Very important property. ABC, if in case ABC are in GP, then log A, log B, log C will be in arithmetic progression. ठीक है? कैसे? I'll show you. If ABC are in GP, I can write B square is equals to AC. Yes or no in the chat box? The moment you have written B square is equals to AC and you take log both the sides, you will get log B square is equals to log AC. Now apply the properties of logarithm. This 2 will come in front, right? So 2 log B is equals to log A into C would be what? Log A plus log C. Can you see that? If log A, log B, log C are in AP, that simply means double of log B will be equal to log A plus log C. Isn't it what we have proved just right now? That means if A, B, C are in GP, log A, log B, log C are in AP. Very important. That simply means A1, A2, A3. If the series is forming an AP, then log A1, log A2, log A3, generally it is applicable for n number of terms as well. It will be applicable for n number of terms as well. Hi Krish. Hello Krish. How are you? All good? How are our studies going on? How is mathematics going on? Chalo, next question on your screen. Combination of arithmetic progression and geometric progression. For all of those who were saying, ma'am, you're giving easy questions today. Okay? The product of 3 consecutive terms of a GP is 512. I already told you 3 consecutive terms. Please make sure you use that. 4 is added to first, second and third of, again, I will say this is an alpha question. Now you will solve and tell me whether it is an alpha or not. First, second of these 2 terms, 4 is added. Now the new is forming an AP. Sum of the original 3 terms of given GP. 2 minutes for you. 2 minutes. Quickly solve the problem. Okay. The product of 3 consecutive terms of a GP. Let us assume the 3 consecutive term as A by R, A, AR. If I take product A by R multiply AR, what I get is 512. R cancel. A cube is coming out as 512. You all know the cube root of 512. So A is coming out as 8. So that, such that in such a way that now your terms will become what? 8 upon R, 8 and 8R. Okay? 4 is added to each one of the term. So that means you are adding 4 to first and actually second term only, right? First and second term. So 8 by r plus 4, comma 8 plus 4, comma 8r. This is going to form an AP. If this particular thing is going to form an AP, by the way, this has become 12. So 2 into 12 is equals to 8 by r plus 4 plus 8r. The condition of 3 terms to become an AP. Okay? Double of this is equals to sum of extremes. So this will become what? Take out 4 common. 4 ये 2 हो जाएगा, ये 2 हो जाएगा, 4 3s are 12, 3 2s are 6 is equals to 2 by r plus 1 plus 2r. Or rather I can say that 2r plus 2 by r is equals to 5. So 2r square minus 5r plus 2 is equals to 0 plus 2. This is a quadratic equation, right? So split 2r square minus 4r minus r minus plus 2 is equals to 0. R is equals to half or r is equals to 2 or r is equals to actually 1. 1. No, r is equals to half or 2. What would be the value of r? R minus 2 minus 1, r minus 2 is equals to 0. Yes, so r is equals to half comma 2. Half comma 2 is the value of r. क्या बोला है अब? अच्छा, half comma 2 आ गया ना? Yes. So what would be the numbers? 8 by 2, 8, 8 into 2. So that would be 4, 8 and 16. Sum of all the values would be what? 28, option C. Option C, 28 is the correct answer. Yes? Alpha, beta or gamma? Alpha, beta or gamma? Alpha, beta or gamma? Okay. Geometric mean. Now geometric mean will actually, do you realize that same process which we did in geometric mean, geometric progression, geometric means, same process we are doing it over here one by one. So geometric mean, if we can say that A, G and B, that means G is a geometric mean between two numbers between A and B. So G square is equals to AB, that means G is equals to root AB. Mind it that A and B should be of same sign. Should be of same sign. A and B should be of same sign. ठीक है? Should be of same sign. Clear? Okay. Now we need to, so this is the geometric mean. ठीक है? What was the arithmetic mean? Just to revise you, A, capital A, B, A is equals to A plus B by 2. This was the arithmetic mean. Just to revision, just for the revision. ठीक है ना? I will revise it parallelly, the geometric progression. Insertion of n geometric mean between two given numbers. Insertion of n geometric mean between two given numbers. So here we have A, we have G1, G2, ठीक है, G3 and all the way up to Gn, and this is B. So what I have done over here, I have two numbers A and B and I am inserting n geometric mean between two numbers such that the whole sequence or whole series becomes in a geometric progression. And again, in this particular problem also, can you see if you insert n geometric mean, we have two more terms. So total number of term would be what? N plus 2 terms. Okay. Alright. And we know the formula as well. Don't you know the formula? Formula of nth term of a GP, A times R raised to power n minus 1. So here n plus 2 terms are here. The last term is B. First term is A. R raised to power n plus 2 n will be replaced by n plus 2 minus 1. So b upon a will be equal to r raised to power n plus 1, or I can say, now if I want to calculate the value of r, listen to me carefully. If I say you r square is equals to, let's say, x, what will you do? R is equals to x raised to power half. Yes? If I tell you r raised to power 4 is equals to x, what will you do? R is equals to, ma'am, x raised to power 1 by 4. Right? If I tell you r raised to power n plus 1 is b by a, you will tell me, ma'am, r is equals to b upon a raised to power 1 upon n plus 1. Yes or no? Yes or no? Remember this, very important. What does that mean? That simply means that your G1 was, tell me, what would be the value of G1? G1 is actually the second term of geometric progression. Second term of geometric progression is written as AR. That's how you find the second term, right? You multiply with R, you will get the next term. What about G2? It would be AR square. G3, AR cube. What about the value of Gn? It would be AR raised to power n. Yes? Yes? Cool? Remember this. Now, what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply all the geometric mean. So, G1, G2, G3 and all the way up to Gn, we need to multiply. What is the value of G1? Tell me. AR. The value of G2? AR square, AR cube and all the way up to AR power n. Isn't it? How many terms are there? N terms are there. How many A are there? So, A raised to power n will be there. And r raised to power c, 1 plus 2 plus 3 and all the way up to n. You know the formula, right? So, A raised to power n and r raised to power n plus 1 by 2. Tell me the value of r. We have just calculated the value of r. B upon A raised to power 1 upon n plus 1. Just plug in the value. Okay, how do you do that? So, A, take out this n and n common actually. So, n raised, okay. AR n plus 1 by 2 raised to power n. Can I write it this way? I have actually taken n common. Right? Now plug in the value of r. Now plug in the value of r. So, A is there. R can be replaced by what? B by A raised to power 1 upon n plus 1. Right? This is your R. Power we have n plus 1 by 2. Whole power we have n. Okay? N plus 1 gone. So, we are actually left with what? A and then B raised to power n by 2 upon A raised to power n by 2 and also we have n over here. Okay? Sorry, not n by 2, 1 by 2 only. 1 by 2, 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 2. We are actually left with what? A raised to power 1 by 2, B raised to power 1 by 2. So, AB ka root raised to power n. Root of AB raised to power n. What does that mean? What does that mean? If you have two numbers, if I insert single geometric mean between these two numbers, I will get G is equals to root AB. Right? Root AB is nothing but G. So, this is G raised to power n. So, what we are getting, product of all geometric mean is nothing but single geometric mean raised to power n. Right? In terms of words actually, the product of n geometric mean between two numbers is equals to nth power of single geometric mean between them. That's how you write. Okay. So, revision, for the purpose of revision, product of n geometric mean between two numbers, okay, GI is equal to what? G raised to power n, where G is nothing but single geometric mean between two numbers. ठीक है? What about AP? G is nothing but root AP. ठीक है? Now let me just revise you about same thing about AP. Summation of all the arithmetic means, n arithmetic mean is nothing but n times A, where A is nothing but A plus B by 2. ठीक है? For arithmetic progression we talk about sum. For geometric progression we talk about product. Clear? Shall we move towards question now? Shall we move towards questions? ठीक है? Question time. 1 minute for this question. Here we go. 1 minute for the question. One minute for the question. The value of n, so that this is a geometric mean between this. So what will you do? A raised to power n plus 1 plus b raised to power n plus 1 upon a raised to power n plus b raised to power n is nothing but ab raised to power half. This is what geometric mean. Cross multiply, that's it. Quickly cross multiply. So a raised to power n plus 1 plus b raised to power n plus 1 is equal to what? A raised to power n plus half, b raised to power half plus b raised to power n plus half, a raised to power half. Combine two terms. Combine the terms. So a raised to power n plus 1 and these combine. The moment you combine and take a raised to power n plus half common, what would you get? You get a raised to power half minus b raised to power half. I have shifted this term towards left hand side, taken a raised to power n plus half common, I will get this. And what about these two terms? Club these two terms together, take out b raised to power n plus half common, you will get a raised to power half minus you will get b raised to power half, isn't it? Now you can easily cancel these two terms because you know that a is not equal to b. What will be the remaining problem? A by a raised to power n plus half upon b raised to power n plus half is equals to 1. That means a by b raised to power n plus half is equals to a by b raised to power 0. Compare. N plus half is equals to 0. N is equals to minus half. Option D. Yes, alpha question again. Alright, do this question. 4 geometric mean are inserted between 2 and 486. Then their sum is. Now we need to calculate sum of geometric mean. For that we don't have any formula. We have formula for sum of arithmetic mean, product of geometric mean. These two formulas we have. We don't have any formula for sum of geometric mean. So here we need to calculate the geometric means. How do we calculate? So we have 2 and 486, right? We need to insert G1, G2, G3, G4. So we need to calculate all four geometric mean. So G1 would be, G1 would be 2R. G2 would be what? 2R square. G3 would be 2R cube. And G4 would be 2R power 4. Just we need to calculate the value of R. I told you the formula already. B by A raised to power 1 upon n plus 1, right? You know B, 486 by 2. So 486 by 2 upon 1 by How many arithmetic means? So 4 plus 1, 5. 243. Fifth root of 243. Fifth root of 243. So 3 raised to power 5 raised to power 1 by 5. So common ratio is coming out as 3. Do I need to calculate this? So 2 into 3, 2 into 9, 2 into 27, 2 into 81. So that would be what? Add. So 81 plus 9, 90, 90 plus 30, 120. So it will become what? The sum will be what? 240. Alpha. This was a very basic question actually. This is a homework question. Take screenshot of it. This is a homework question. Take screenshot. AM and GM of the roots of quadratic equation are 8 and 5. We need to figure out the quadratic equation. Harmonic progression. Harmonic progression. Okay? So for harmonic progression, actually harmonic progression is borrowed from arithmetic progression only. We don't have any formulas for harmonic progression. We just take everything from arithmetic progression only, right? A sequence of non-zero terms is called an harmonic progression if the sequence of reciprocal of its term is in an AP, right? So what is happening over here? If you say that okay, A1, comma A2, comma A3 and all the way up to AN is in HP, that simply means that 1 by A1, 1 by A2, 1 by A3 and all the way up to 1 by AN will become an AP. This will become an AP. ठीक है ना? Getting my point? All right. So let's just calculate this. If this is an AP, तो nth term का formula बोले. 1 by AN is nothing but 1 by A1 plus n minus 1D. Right? Can I write it this way? This is the last term or nth term. So nth term is equals to first term of an AP plus n minus 1D. But what I want is AN of the HP, reciprocal it. So AN will be equal to 1 upon 1 by A1 plus n minus 1D. This is the formula if you want a formula out of it. If you want a formula out of it. ठीक है, हार्मोनिक प्रोग्रेशन डन. ठीक है, चलो एक लेट्स सॉल्व अ क्वेश्चन. A and B are first two terms of an HP, then its nth term we need to figure out. ठीक है, A and B are the first two terms of an HP. ठीक है, first two terms of an HP. That means 1 by A comma 1 by B will form an AP. And the common difference of AP, clearly I can write it as 1 by B minus 1 by A. Correct or not? We need to figure out nth term of an HP. So for that, let's calculate nth term of this AP actually. Nth term of this AP. And then what we will do is, once we get the nth term of an AP, we will reciprocal it in the end. I will get the nth term of an HP. Clear? ठीक है, तो चलो. For AP we have a formula, nth term. ठीक है, this is for AP nth term. What is the first term? A dash ले लो, D dash, D ले लो, A dash ले लो, okay? Because A is already used, that's why we cannot take A. Now A dash. First, what is the first term of an AP? 1 by A plus n minus 1. What is D? D you have just calculated. Actually, this is nothing but A minus B upon AB. So A minus B upon AB. This is AP's nth term. What about HP? So let's just quickly take LCM out of it. How do you take LCM? So I have to multiply B and B over here so that we can take AB. B plus n minus 1 A minus B. This is nth term of an AP. What about nth term of an HP? What about nth term of HP? Just reciprocal it. ठीक है? So AB upon B plus n minus 1 A minus B. This is the final answer. ठीक है? ठीक है? Got it? Cool? Shall we move ahead? Now harmonic mean. Quickly, I will tell you about harmonic mean. If you say that A, H and B, that means H is harmonic mean of A and B. That means what will happen? 1 by A, 1 by H, 1 by B will form an AP. So from here you will calculate the value of H in terms of AB. So it will become twice of the middle term will be equal to 1 by A plus 1 by B. The basic AP condition, do you remember? Now just take LCM. So AB, A plus B, 2 upon H. H will be what? 2AB upon A plus B. 2AB upon A plus B. ठीक है? So if H is the harmonic progression of two numbers A and B, then H is coming out as 2AB upon A plus B. Now let me just revise each and everything. If A and B, that means A is arithmetic mean. This implies A is equals to A plus B by 2. This is arithmetic mean. Okay. If A, G, B are in geometric progression, that means G is equals to root AB. That is your geometric mean. Last, we have AHB. H will be equals to 2AB upon A plus B. This is your harmonic mean. All set, all sorted. Yes, that's how we have studied arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean. ठीक है? All right, cool, perfect. Shall we move ahead? Okay, now this particular topic I am not gonna teach you. It's very basic because what you need to do is same thing which we have done in arithmetic progression, right? If A, H1, if you have to insert n harmonic mean between two numbers, what will you do? You will go with the same thing for an HP, just with the reciprocal terms. Just reciprocal terms. So this will be an AP. Now same thing, calculate D. Are you getting my point? Okay. So I am not actually explaining this. Let's just go straight towards your the mean inequality, the mean theorem. Okay. And trust me, that is very, very important. The theorem will be very, very important. The mean theorem. Okay, relation between means. Okay. So I already told you that for arithmetic mean, A is equals to A plus B by 2. For geometric mean, root AB. For harmonic mean, we have 2AB upon A plus B. Okay. Arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean. Clear? Perfect? Alright. Now if I talk about for the positive number, for two positive numbers, if I talk about two positive numbers, then we have something for us. We have a relation between A, G and H. Okay? And that relation says that your arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to your geometric mean is greater than or equal to your harmonic mean. Very important, and it becomes more and more important now with the deleted topics, because this theorem will play an important role in your JEE Mains 2024. right? So arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean is greater than or equal to harmonic mean. What does that mean? We can write it this way: a plus b by 2 is greater than or equals to root ab is greater than or equals to 2ab upon a plus b. ठीक है, for two positive numbers a and b. And for n positive number, so a1 plus a2 plus a3 and all the way up to an upon n is greater than or equals to a, a1, a2, a3 and all the way up to an nth root greater than or equal to n upon 1 by a1 plus 1 by a2 and all the way up to 1 by an. For a1, for ai is greater than 0. Okay, both the theorems. Are you getting my point? For two positive number, arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to geometric mean is greater than or equals to harmonic mean. It happens. I'm not going to give you proof now. Okay. Sum of all, now for n positive numbers, sum of all the numbers divided by n will give you arithmetic mean of n numbers. Okay. What about geometric mean of n numbers? Product of all the numbers, all the n numbers, power nth root will give you geometric mean of n positive numbers. What about harmonic mean? That's how you calculate harmonic mean, n upon sum of reciprocal of all the numbers. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes or no in the chat box, because this is very important. This is very important. These two will play an important role in for the next 15 to 20 minutes. We are going to study this inequality only. Okay? Alright, let's just start. Okay, so let's just start with the very basic question. Let's just start understanding that how to apply the arithmetic mean greater than or equals to geometric mean greater than or equal to harmonic mean. Let's understand how to apply it first. Right? So, in this question it is given that if x is greater than 0, then the minimum value of x plus 1 by x. Two things before I start. What is the most difficult part in the questions related to the mean inequality? What is the most difficult part in such questions? Tell me in the chat box. What do you think that ma'am, I am not able to solve the AM, GM, HM inequality questions because of this reason. I'll tell you what I understand from you guys since so many years, since past 10 years. The problem with these type of questions is, ma'am, we don't understand that, we don't realize that in this particular question that inequality will be applied. How to understand, how to identify the question, the type of question. Okay, this is the type of question where inequality you will be applying. So basically, there are two hidden things in such questions. The first thing is this. The numbers, the first thing is there is some certain constant or certain variable which is always greater than 0. That is first sign. That is first identification that you have to apply AM, GM, HM inequality. The second thing is the question will talk about the maximum or minimum value. If the two criteria satisfies, then definitely it is for it will apply AM, GM, HM inequality. Okay. So both the conditions are satisfying. That means this is a clear indication of AM, GM, HM inequality. Let's just talk about now this. Okay, so let us take two numbers x comma 1 by x. Make sure that both the numbers are positive. Now I am applying AM. What about AM of these two numbers? So sum of these two divided by 2. Getting my point? What about GM of these two numbers? Geometric mean would be x into 1 by x and second root, half root. Okay, square root. So this will become 1. So AM is greater than or equal to geometric mean, you know this, and x plus 1 by x is greater than or equal to, upon 2 is greater than or equal to 1, x plus 1 by x is greater than or equal to 2. So the minimum value of this expression is coming out as 2. If I am saying that this expression is greater than or equal to 2, what does that mean? Either it is equal or it is higher. So you want just the minimum value. So this expression can never be less than 2, right? So minimum it has to be 2. That's what this expression is trying to tell us, right? Minimum it has to be 2. You can make it greater as well. So 2 we will pick. Okay, one important point, one very important point, very important point. Okay, I will write that point over here as well. Okay. So just very small thing, but very important thing. You are saying, ma'am, okay, you are saying that a plus b by 2 is greater than or equal to a root ab is greater than or equal to 2ab upon a plus b. That means, ma'am, you are saying that either they are equal or they are greater. Either equality will hold. So the question is, the punchline is, the important thing over here is that when arithmetic mean will be equal to geometric mean will be equal to harmonic mean. When does this happen? When does this happen? When will you say that okay, the equality will hold? You will say when all the numbers are equal. When the numbers are equal, then your equality will hold. Okay, this is the reason. So if you are saying arithmetic mean is becoming equal to geometric mean, is becoming equal to harmonic mean, that means you are saying that all the numbers are equal. If you are talking about this, then a and b both are equal. And if you are talking about this, then all the numbers a1, a2, a3, a4, a5 and all the way up to an are equal. Very important, when the number are equal. Okay? So in this particular case, the question we have done this question, right? We have done this question. So what we have said is, eventually, while actually answering, did you realize that what did you just do? You have given the answer 2, right? That means what you are saying it is x plus 1 by x is equal to 2, right? You are equating it to 2. That means what? Your x and your 1 by x is becoming equal, and that's how, if it is becoming equal, that means that your x is 1. It can't be minus 1 because x is positive, so both are 1. So 1 plus 1. So minimum value of this expression is 2, but at what value of x? At x equal to 1. Right? This particular, everybody will tell me in the chat box that okay ma'am, minimum value is 2. But there are very few students who will be able to tell that ma'am, at x equal to 1 you will get the minimum value 2. Getting my point? Yes? Chalo, let's start with this question. Another question on your plate. Okay? Let x, y be positive real numbers and m, n be positive integers. Okay. Can you see the hint, the hidden hint? X, y be positive real numbers, matlab there are some values which are positive. So 50% I know that okay, AM, GM, HM inequality will be applicable over here, and the maximum value is asked. 100% sure, okay, this is the question for AM, GM, HM inequality. Okay, let's just let's just manipulate this expression a bit. So I am just keeping this x raised to power m over here and this y raised to power m n over here. So I will get 1 upon 1 by x raised to power m plus x raised to power m. Okay. No, not like this actually. Too direct. So 1 plus x raised to power 2m upon x raised to power m, and here 1 plus y raised to power 2n upon y raised to power n. Can I write it this way? This is my expression. If I simplify it further, I get 1 upon x ki power m plus x raised to power m. And the second bracket will have 1 by y raised to power n plus y raised to power n. Isn't it? Yes? Okay. Alright. Now can I write it as 1 by e? I just want this to become e. Okay. I will teach binomial complex. Don't worry about that. Gradually, one by one chapter after other. Right? This was important chapter. That's why I took this chapter, because this is a high weighted chapter. Right? Okay. Let x, y be positive real number. We need to figure out maximum value of this expression. Now realize one thing. I want the whole expression 1 by e to become maximum. Right? I want 1 by e to become maximum. For that, my e should be minimum. For that, my e should be minimum. If my e is minimum, then my 1 by e would be maximum. Are you getting my point? Do you agree or not? Do you agree or not? If I want maximum value of e, then e should be minimum. That's how it works. That's how reciprocal things work. That means I need to figure out the maximum value of e. Sorry, minimum value of e. So minimum value of e will be what? So x raised to power m plus 1 by x raised to power m. A number and its reciprocal we have just calculated actually. And again y raised to power n plus 1 by y raised to power n. Again, if I apply am, gm separately in both the values, so this value is greater than or equal to 2, this value is also greater than or equal to 2. So the minimum value of e would be what? 4. Why? 2 2s are 4 and minimum it could be 4. So the maximum value of this expression would be what? 1 by 4. The maximum value of the expression would be 1 by 4. Correct? Got it? Getting it? Getting the hang of AM, GM, HM inequality? If yes, then this question is for you. Try solving this question. Try solving this question because we have JEE Mains 2023 question after this question. Very important question. Okay? X, Y, Z are positive. See, I already told you 50% I have realized, 50% that I am confirmed that okay, AM, GM, HM inequality. And this greatest value keyword confirms that okay, this is the problem related to AM, GM, HM inequality. Tanu Malik 2021, 2022, 2023. All PYQs 2 times. Every PYQ please solve twice. Not once, twice. Okay? Tell me the next chapter in the chat box. You tell me about the next chapter in the chat box. Okay? So in this particular question, what we are going to do is I have xy, yz, zx. These are the 3 numbers and I am going to apply am greater than or equal to gm between these 2 numbers. So xy, okay? Yes, xy plus yz plus zx upon 3. Because if I apply am, gm, hm in these 3 numbers, only then I will be able to use this expression xy plus yz plus zx greater than or equal to, now multiply all the terms xy, then yz, then zx whole upon 1 by 3. That's how you apply am, gm, hm inequality. Right, I was also thinking about the same. Yes, vector and 3D, very important. Now, put the value 12 by 3 greater than or equal to x square, y square, z square. So, x, y, z square, or you can write it 2 by 3, right? So, this is 4, right? So, 3 by 2. 4 raised to power 3 by 2 is greater than or equals to x, y, z. Or you can write it x, y, z is less than or equal to 2 cube. Or you can write it as 8. So, x, y, z is less than or equal to 8. That means maximum x, y, z could be 8 only. Clear? Yes, so 2 chapters which are in my mind, vector and 3D geometry, and matrices and determinant. These 2 are in my mind already. Okay? Because these 2 are high weightage chapters. Chalo, next question. Again, can you see the hidden hint? 3 numbers are positive, minimum value of this. Now this is very interesting question I can say, because this involves AM, GM, HM inequality, because till now we have not applied the HM as well. So AM, GM, HM inequality. Apply HM as well. Apply harmonic mean as well. So x plus y plus z. Okay. By 3 greater than or equal to x, y, z raised to power 1 by 3 greater than or equals to 3 upon 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. Actually we have initially figured out, no need to apply geometric mean. These two will get, you will get answer from these two. So that means x plus y plus z upon 3 is greater than or equal to 3 upon 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. Right? Yes? Cross multiply. X plus y plus z. Okay, you are getting your answer now. 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is greater than or equals to 9. So the minimum value is nothing but 9. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nine. Yes, Vaishnavi. Shall we move on to our next question? All right. Now this is very important question. We will have a great learning from this particular question, and trust me, this type of question was asked in JEE Mains 2023, which we are going to do after this question. JEE Mains 2023 we are going to do. Okay. So we are almost like towards the end of the session. 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. Okay. So no need for break. Okay. Are you solving this? I will give you 2 minutes. I need correct answer. I will give you 2 minutes. Solve it. Okay. If x, y, z are positive and x plus y plus z is equals to 7, then the greatest value of x square plus y square plus z square. Tell me, how are you going to start with this problem? How are you going to start with this problem? Okay? So realize one thing, that you need x square in the geometric mean, you need y cube and you need z square. Right? So you need to be very careful about selection of the numbers while applying arithmetic mean and geometric mean. What is the requirement? You can't just simply go and say, okay, I am applying in 3 numbers, x plus y plus z by 3, because you can apply. Of course, 7 is there. But on the right hand side, what will happen when you calculate geometric mean? It would be x into y into z. That you don't want. You don't want x, y, z. What you want is x square, y cube, z square. Right? Okay. So how? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you how are you going to do it. Listen to me carefully, because the next question from JEE Mains 2023 is exactly similar. If you're able to do that question, then be assured that 4 marks are very, very strong for you in JEE Mains 2024. Okay? So x plus y plus z is given as 7. Okay? Yes? Now look at this. Observe this carefully. How many x are you able to see from here? 2x. Right? So break this x into 2 equal parts. So that would be what? X by 2 comma x by 2. Understanding? Now this is your y. Look at this y cube. You need 3 different y. So break this y in 3 equal part. So that can be done by y by 3, y by 3, y by 3. So that the moment you add, you will get what? 1y. Separated, you get 3y. And this z is again 2. So break this z into 2 equal parts, z by 2, z by 2. These are the 7 numbers. These are the 7 numbers for which you have to apply AM greater than or equal to GM. Quickly apply. So x by 2 plus x by 2 plus y by 3 plus y by 3 plus y by 3 plus z by 2 plus z by 2 whole upon how many numbers are there? 7 numbers upon 7 greater than or equal to seventh root of product of all the numbers. So x by 2, x by 2, y by 3, y by 3, y by 3, z by 2, z by 2. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? X by 2 plus x by 2 will become what? X. Y by 3, y by 3, y by 3 will become what? Y. Z by 2 plus z by 2 will become z upon 7 greater than or equal to, calculate this, x square y cube z square. Understood? That's what we wanted. X cube x square y cube z square whole upon, so 4 into 27 into what? 4 again and 7th root, so that would be 1 by 7. X plus y plus z already given as 7, 7 by 7, 1 greater than or equal to what? X square y cube z square, 4 into 27 into 4, and this is 7th root, so this is power 7, right? 7th root shifted power 7. So finally you will get what? You will get x square y cube z square less than or equal to 16 into 27. This is your correct answer. What is the value? Can you please calculate it for me? 16 into 27, 432. So 432. 432 is the correct answer of this question. Any confusion, any doubt in this question? In the chat box. In the chat box. Remember to split this into equal parts only. Remember to split this into equal parts only. Okay? Okay. JEE Main 2023, as I already told you, now I will give you proper 120 seconds. Because I want each and every one of you to give me correct answer. No conceptual mistake, no calculation error, only correct answer. 120 seconds, here you go. Shall I start solving with you? Again, a plus b plus d plus c plus d is given as 11, right? 11 is given to us. We need the maximum value of this. So that means this a will be divided into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. है ना? So I'll be applying am greater than or equal to gm. How? A by 5 plus a by 5 plus a by 5 plus a by 5 plus a by 5. Clear? Now b cube. So b is divided into 3 equal parts. So b by 3 plus b by 3 plus b by 3. What's next? C is divided into 2 equal parts. plus C by 2 plus C by 2. And D is 1 only. So just write it as D. Okay. How many numbers are there? How many numbers are there? 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 11. 11 numbers are there. Right? So arithmetic mean of 11 numbers is sum of all numbers divided by 11 greater than or equal to. Now 11th root of product of all these numbers. So product of all these numbers would be a by 5 raised to power 5, b by 3 raised to power 3, c by 2 raised to power 2, and this d. Now add these two. So this will be a, this will become b, this will become c, this is d. So this will become a plus b plus c plus d, which is eventually given as 11. So I'll be solving it over here. 11 upon 11 greater than or equal to what? A raised to power 5, b cube, c square, d whole upon this. 5 raised to power 5, 3 raised to power 3, 2 square, 1 and 1 by 11. This is 1. 1 by 11th power will get shifted to here and it will become what? It will become 11. So 1 raised to power 11. So I am just cutting this from here, applying 11 from here. ठीक है? Okay. So a raised to power 5, b cube, c square, d is less than or equal to 5 power 5, 3 cube, 2 square. Okay. And in the question it is mentioned that this value is equal to 3750 beta. This value is equal to 3750 beta. You need to solve this, calculate the value of beta. Okay? Let us solve it one by one. So a 10 I can clearly see here. So this is gone and 5 raised to power 5 become 5 raised to power 4. 10 is gone. है ना? A 0 is gone. Now calculate from the 5 ka table. 5 7s are 35. 5 5s are 25. So it will become 5 cube. Now 25 ka table is already there. So 25. So this will become 5 power 1. This is 5 3s are 75. Correct? So it is becoming 3. So 3 square. So it is becoming now 5 into 2 10. 10 into 9. So 90. Beta is coming out as 90. So 90 is option A. Alpha, beta, gamma? Yes. Which? Alpha. After doing previous question, this question is an alpha question. Okay? 90. I guess all of you have got the correct answer for this particular question. Let's move on to the last topic, which is telescopic series. Right? So in telescopic series, we'll straight away start solving a question. I'll let you know the technique with the help of question only. Okay? So in such questions, what happens is find the sum to n terms of this particular series. Okay? So the series, you can clearly see that there is some pattern going on. 1 into 3, an AP is getting formed. 1, 3, 5. Can you see? 1, 3, 5. The next term would be what? 1 upon 7 into 9. Right? So there are two parallel arithmetic progression series are going on. The first series is what? 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay? You know the general term related to this particular series? So that will become 2r minus 1. This is first series. What about second? So 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. This is my second series. 2r plus 1. Okay? 2r plus 1. 2r minus 1, 2r plus 1. Okay? At any moment, if you feel that no, maybe I am not, I have not calculated the correct general term. What you will do is just put the value of r. The moment I put the value of r as 1, I'll get a 1. The moment I put the value of r as 2, I'll get 3. Put r 3, I'll get 5. Okay? There are so many students which do some error in writing the general term. There are some students who say, okay ma'am, 1, 3, 5, 7. So r plus 2, r plus 4. Okay, ma'am, this will work. They'll say this will work. This will not work. This is incorrect way of writing. Write it properly. Apply the proper general term. An is equals to a plus r minus 1 d. This was the formula, right? So 1 plus r minus 1 d is what? 2. So 2r minus 1 is the general formula. Right? Getting my point? Now write the general term. The technique is to write the general term first. What would be the general term? Tn would be what? So general term would be what? 1 upon 2r minus 1 and 2r plus 1. This is the general term. Right? Very good, Diya. Correct. Is this the general term? है ना? So if you wish to calculate the maybe second term, checking once again. So put 2 over here, 2 2s are 4 minus 1, 3. Put 2 over here, 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5. That means the general term is correct. Now what would be the next term? Realize one thing, that here there are two constant, basically two factors in the denominator you can clearly see. Right? What you can see is two factors in the denominator. In the numerator, what you need to do is you need to create the difference of these two terms. Now, if you create difference of these two terms, what would you get? So, 2r plus 1 minus 2r minus 1. You are creating difference of these two factors in the numerator. That's how is the technique. Okay. So, 2r plus 1 minus 2r minus 1. 2r cancel. You will get a 2 over here. Right. So, to create a difference over here, what you need to do is, you need to actually write 2 over here and 2 over here, so that 2r minus 1 and 2r plus 1. Getting my point? What are we doing? Right? Now, this 2 will be replaced by difference of these two factors. So, Tn will be what? 2r plus 1 minus 2r minus 1 whole upon 2 was there, 2r plus 1 was there, 2r minus 1 is there. Okay. So your TR from the beginning. Your general term is coming out as what? This. ठीक है? Separate out. Separate it out. 2r plus 1 upon. So this is your TR. 2r plus 1 minus 2r minus 1. This was your general term, right? 2, then 2r minus 1, 2r plus 1. Separate the denominators. What you will get is 2r plus 1, 2r plus 1 cancel out. So you will get 1 by 2r minus 1 minus 1 by 2r plus 1. Right? What would be the value of T1? Tell me. Now start calculating T1. The moment you create the difference, yeah, Priya Arun is asking, why should we do this? Why are we doing this, ma'am? Why are we actually doing this? This is so complicated actually. What we done is we have first written the general term. Then what we are doing is we are creating difference of the denominator factors in the numerator. Separating it out so that final general term is nothing but difference of two terms. Now watch carefully why we are doing that. The very first term T1, the moment you plug in r is equals to 1 in this, what will you get? So 1 by 2 is outside, r is 1, so 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5. Right? What about T2? T2 would be, the moment you plug in 2, you will get 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7. What about T3? 1 by 2. 1 by 7 minus 1 by 9. And T4, T all the way up to Tn. So Tn will be what? The moment you plug in n in this, you will get 1 by 2n minus 1 minus 1 by 2n plus 1. Now what you need to do is you need to add all the terms. T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4. Why? Because sum is asked in the question, right? Sum is, you need to add actually all the terms. If you add all the terms, can you realize the rainy season is here and you can see the rains, right? 1 by 5 is getting cancelled with this. 1 by 7 is getting cancelled with the next term. Are you getting my point? And this 1 by 2n minus 1 is getting cancelled with the previous term. If you add, what will be left? So sum will be equal to what? The first term will be left 1 by 2. First term is 1 by 3 and the last term is left 1 upon 2n plus 1. Take LCM. Take LCM. What will you get? So 3. Oops, I made one mistake actually. I made one mistake. So sorry. So 3 and 5, 5, 7, 7, 9. I made one mistake. So this is the moment you plug in 1, you get 1 and 3. Then 3 and 5. 5 and 7, 7 and 9. Yes. Now it's fine. So the first term is 1 and the last term is this. Only this 3 was incorrect. Yes. So yes. Take LCM. You will get what? 2n plus 1, right? 2n plus 1 minus 1. 1, 1 cancel, 2, 2 cancel. N upon 2n plus 1 is the correct answer. Yes? Cool? Perfect. Clear? Any doubt, any confusion? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? This is 1 by 5 and then 7. Yes, correct. Understood? Okay. So, this is the last question. Okay? Last question. We will do it together with the same method but with a different approach. I mean, because 3 terms are involved. So there are 3 terms are involved. What will we do when 3 terms are involved? Same. Same. Okay? Alright. Okay. So first of all, figure out TR. 1, 4, 7. So 1, 4, 7. What is the general term? 1 plus n minus 1, 3. So 3n minus 2. Okay? So 3r minus 2 is this term. Okay? What about 4, 7 and 10? So for 4, 7 and 10, 4 plus n minus 1, 3. So this will become what? 3r plus 1. And next is 3r plus 4. Yes, these are the 3 terms. Correct? Correct? Are we doing it correctly? Now this time when we have multiple terms, actually previously what was happening, we had only 2 terms. And what we were doing is we were creating difference of both the terms. Here also we will create difference of 2 terms. Lekin which 2 terms? Which 2 terms? So the first one, which is the smallest term, that means 1. And this is the largest term. Create the difference of these 2 terms in this. So the moment side mein le jao, chalo. Create the difference of first and last. So 3r plus 4 minus 3r minus 2. 3r cancel, 4 plus 2, 6. That means difference of these 2 is 6. I need a 6 over here and a 6 over here as well. Okay. 6 over here, 6 over here as well. Why? So this is 1 by 6 is already there. Now 6 will be replaced by what? 3r plus 4 minus 3r minus 2. Same thing we are doing, same thing we are repeating. And then what we will do is, we will separate out. Let's just separate it out. TR will be equal to 1 by 6 will be common. This upon whole, so 3r plus 4, 3r plus 4 cancel. We will be left with 3r minus 2, 3r plus 1. Okay, same technique, is just the technique, nothing else. Minus sign. 3r minus 2, 3r minus 2, this time will get cancelled out. 3r plus 1 and 3r plus 4. This is your final what? Final rth term. Now just rewrite the rth term over the next slide and start putting values. Do the telescopic series, cancel out the terms, you will get the final answer. ठीक है, shall we do it? So TR would be what? 1 by 6, 1 by 3R minus 2 and 3R plus 1 minus 1 upon 3R plus 1 and 3R plus 4. This is your final term. What would be the value of T1? Tell me quickly. 1 by 6. The moment I plug in 1 in place of R, I will get 1 upon 1. And here if I put 1, I'll get 4. Minus. I'll put 1, so 4. And here I'll put 1, so 7. Okay. T2, quickly. So 1 by 4 dot 7 minus 1 by 7 dot 10. T3. 7 dot 10 minus 10 dot 13. Right? And what about Tn? So 1 by 6. Tn will be just like this. 1 upon 3n minus 2. 3n plus 1 minus 1 upon 3n plus 1. 3n plus 4. Correct? Start cancelling. Add all these things. This will get cancelled out. This will get cancelled out. This will get cancelled out with T4. And this will get cancelled out with Tn minus 1. We are left with what? So sum would be what? Tell me. 1 by 6 is outside. So this will become 1 by 4. Sum of n terms, by the way. Minus this. 1 upon 3n plus 1 and 3n plus 4. This is our final answer. Okay? Yes? 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 One very small thing, it can come in your JEE Main 2024, that with a slight modification, by the way. That question asks you to calculate the value of sum till infinity. It asks us to calculate sum till infinity. What is the value of sum till infinity? Anyone can tell me kya? Can anyone tell me that the question asks us to calculate sum of not n terms but n tend to infinity. So the moment we see that n is tending towards infinity, the moment you plug in n infinity, this will become 1 by infinity. So sum of infinite terms would be what? 1 by 24. This probably definitely come in JEE Main 2024, upcoming JEE Main 2024. Are you getting my point? Yes? Okay. All right. I have actually one homework question for you guys. This was the last question. I have one homework question for you, and where shall I write? Okay, this here I can write. Shall I give you one homework question? And this homework question we will be actually discussing not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, when I have a sequence and series PYQ session. Right? In Power PYQ. We will discuss it in Power PYQ. Shall I give it to you? Okay. 1 plus, okay. So 1 upon 1 plus 1 square plus 1 raised to power 4 plus, let me just check the digits, yes, 2 upon 1 plus 2 square plus 2 raised to power 4. Okay. Then we have 3 upon, same thing. 3 upon 1 plus 3 square plus 3 raised to power 4. Okay. This is the third term. Sum up to 10 terms. Shall I give you the options as well? Shall I give you the options? 59 by 111. 55 by 111. 56 by 111. And 58 by 111. ठीक है? Homework question. Cool. We will discuss this question. If not tomorrow, then day after tomorrow in my PYQ session, sequence and series का जो आएगा. ठीक है? All right. So this was all about today's session. I'll share the PDF right away with you. Don't worry about that. And along with that, I hope you guys are practicing VDPPs every day. And if you're not doing that, start doing that, because 5 questions a day. And you all know that there is a saying in Hindi, "Boond boond se ghada banta hai." Drop drop will collect a whole pot of water, right? I don't know the exact translation, but you got my point, okay? Also, join our Telegram channel for all of those who have not joined it, because we have you all know that you were asking as well. We have weekly mock test as well, weekly live interaction session as well, and the link is given in the description box. Also, tomorrow 11 a.m. sharp we have a JEE Main paper prediction session, in which we will discuss most expected questions. ठीक है, तो be there at 11 a.m. sharp in the morning. Shreyas sir will be starting the question, and followed by me and Namrata Ma'am. Okay, so yes, it is in Tamil also, ma'am. Okay, alright, so I guess this was all about today's session. I'll meet you tomorrow. This is me, Namrata, signing off.